Hello, 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 hello. I'm popping Steve's intro here. Welcome to the D&D campaign run by me. Welcome to Shadow of the Great Machine. Now, we're going to jump straight into this one because it's just been chaotic so far.
We're only 45 minutes late. It's fine.
In all fairness, blaming British transport and the weather and humans.
Just blame Britain in general, got it.
Just Britain. Yeah, Britain is the reason why the D&D is late. Thank you, public transport and Southern Rail. You piece of shit. Anyway, Southern Rail. Our train people who are shit. Anyway, so we've had a slight change up this session for this week. I've limited the amount of players actually playing in the session. Hopefully, this is to speed up combat and also roleplay, which means we'll get a bit more done per sessions. However, it does mean that some of my players do end up missing out a bit. So we'll be kind of reviewing this after the next couple of weeks session to see if this has improved anything or if people don't know or people aren't sure on it. So, last we left off, party arrived in Monmouth on the Lightning Route, encountered an airship landing, apart from our resident crazy thing.
Yes.
Escalate decided to start digging to whatever the other side of the continent is. I was about
He was
to say
trying
Australia,
Tasmanian devil. Get it right.
Yes, you were being a Tasmanian devil. And became a digging machine, almost like a
I became
retriever.
a Sonic with the Tasmanian devil.
Oh, yeah. You all watched an airship land, followed then by a bunch of guards come off of it with a elephant. You met Silly, and Silly took you to their boss, who was the one who you were originally trying to meet up with, which was Shoal. And Shoal turns out to be not the nicest of people. A few bits here and there, which everybody was like, something's not quite right here. Still not sure on him, but who knows. At least some of you are very much distrusting of him. He's tasked you to go and kill the dragon. Kill the dragon who you met. He's tasked you to kill Thurn in his lair just by the Dragon Lakes. And he pretty much teleported you there. And so we'll pick up with the current party members. So this being Incus, Flirt, Oriana, Razan, and Silly, as well as Miranda and Thea being there in quotation. However, they will, unless something major comes up, like adding extra roles for stuff that everybody majorly screws up on, their characters are there to assist. So, standing at the top of these large cliffs, looking down into the Dragon Lake, a small winding path leads to an entrance to this cave system. And you're all looking down onto that pathway. What would people like to do?
Flirt is following the instinct to... He's following his instinct because like he had some weird instinct. He knows where he's going, so he's following that instinct.
Yeah.
Cameras on, look around for the familiar mountaintop.
Make a perception check for me.
Alright. Oh yeah, my browser just crashed. Hold on, I'm opening my character sheet again. Game go brr.
Incus is just going to sit at the edge of the mountain lip above the cave and just look around for a moment.
Oh, the urge to push you off.
I know,
That's
right?
a cocked D20. It's on the edge of the screen.
Alright. Go for a reroll.
Oh my fuck, yes! Natural 20, 23.
Books.
Hey.
You look, looking out at the lake below you, the kind of a ridge line running all the way, kind of to your, almost kind of directly to your left. There's this ridgeline of cliffs and hills, which then go into a forest, and that forest then gets consumed by the void. And you can see it go all the way out to the void.
Hmm.
You know roughly where you are. You know this is, from what you've seen before through your travels, this is the Dragon Lake. That it's talked about mostly in stories of a lake created by dragons for dragons to live in or near.
Do I see the mountain peak where Thurn should be?
You don't. However, you do get a sense that something is. You do get kind of this sense that maybe it's not a mountain peak that he lives on, and more was a mountain peak that he now lives under. From what you can
Okay.
tell from the terrain with that natural 20, there used to be larger cliffs, and you're probably standing on a plateau of where a cliff was.
So there used to be a cliff here, and now it's just flat land.
No, it's now flat land, yes. And there appears to be a very neatly carved pathway going down into a cave
And
below you on the side of the cliff. And
Clerk's
below you are
already,
getting major pings that may want to go that way.
and that's where Clerk's already going. He's already heading down the pathway. The small child is
Mhm.
going.
Follow close.
Yeah.
Because
Same.
I'm gonna
Whilst-
follow carefully.
Whilst looking round, could I try and make a nature check to see if this is natural?
oh, are you seeing there's a natural the fact that there is weird terrain? Sure,
Yes.
nature check for me.
Oh, natural 20. 21.
Goddamn.
Damn it, you guys need to stop rolling well today. Alright, fine. Yes, the terrain is. You can tell it's kind of natural, but at the same time, so the rock and everything that is there, yes, it's 100% natural.
Mhm.
And the weathering on it is all natural. The fact that the mountain is gone is not natural. Like, you can tell 100% there used to be this, because you're on the side of a cliff, and this cliff used to continue up into a giant mountain with a peak at the top. You can tell roughly from the terrain now. However, it looks like something basically obliterated it, and then the weathering has basically removed what little there was, and there's kind of these smallish little bumps and bits here and there. But mountain no more.
Okay. I'm just going to follow the rest and go down the path as well.
Alright. So, wandering down the path. Slight bits here and there where you have a sheer cliff wall to your left, and a drop. About 200, 300 foot drop to your right. It's a single file. It's a single file track.
Mm-hmm.
And you're able to get your way down, and you stop at the entrance to this cavern, and it's looking at it from above, from where you were, it didn't look that big. But now, are you up close to it? This thing could fit quite easily. An ancient dragon could just happily go into this entrance. No problems.
Like great worm sized.
It's a giant feck of hole.
Gotcha.
It's all natural and weathered here and there. There's stalagmites and stalactites, and bits of ivy growing over it, but 100%, just from the size of it, something big has either lived in here or lives in here.
And this is from us noticing going down the cliff, or
Yes.
Oh, so
Okay.
we're not there yet. Okay. I want to do something
No,
when we
you can
actually get to the
you can
entrance.
tell the size of this thing before you even get remotely close to it now.
Okay.
Well,
You're slowly making your way down, and yes,
is there a faster way down?
Oh no.
apart from just
Is he walking
dying
in front of
back
me?
to the ground, is there for somebody
damn it.
big
Is
and
he
strong,
walking in front of me?
but who could, you know?
Morgan, is he walking in front of me?
No, behind you.
The
He's-
elephant is probably
I
the
followed
last
you.
in the group.
Yeah, he's behind the
Okay.
wolf.
Can I just step aside and just wait against the wall, basically, and wait for him to pass by and then trip him? And then say, yes, there is a faster way down. Here you go.
Hmm.
So mean.
You know what? Roll a persuasion check, please, Razan.
Okay.
Silly.
Any
Make an
That's
chance?
22.
Make an Jesus Christ. Make an intelligence check.
It's an 18 plus 4.
Wait,
So just press
so it's
intelligence.
saving throws?
No. It should just be the one at the top.
The one on the top, this is intelligence.
Wait 1 second. That's where I'm lacking intelligence.
It should be 0. So just
Yeah. Oh, there it is. I'm stupid. 14.
a 14. Okay. Right. Silly, you get the feeling that Razan knows a quick way down, which will be able to help you get there quicker.
Okay.
And
Well,
Razan
then I ask you, Razan. Can you tell
you
me
push
the
yourself up against the wall, and
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for him to basically pass in front of me, and then yeah, it's this way. Look over there, and then trip him. Just extend my foot outward, trip him, make him basically tumble down the stairs because
Can
it
I
is
get a-
quicker than walking.
Can I get a
Make a
strength check of if he actually trips me?
make a dexterity saving throw from Silly, and a strength saving throw from Razan.
Oh, natural 20. That's an 18.
Over! I got a 3!
I roll a
Natural
natural
save.
20 for an 18. I have a -2.
And that was a 3? What's that? Hang on.
I get 5 in total, but I rolled a 3.
Yes, that's third.
I got 5 in total.
This is going to be a glorious, glorious session.
DM, can I tell
Uh-huh.
what's about to be happening since I'm directly in front of the elephant?
I now need
He's rolled 20, 20.
how many people is elephant at the back, then Razan. I'll go in the order that I have here. I need Klurt, Incus, Oriana, and Razan
Oh, myself as well.
to all make dexterity saving throws.
Oh,
and
Oh,
I
no.
need
You cocked yourself.
I also will need a dexterity save from Silly with disadvantage.
That
Wait,
means
what do we need a deck
So-
save for? What happened?
One of your party members
Oh.
might have just
Each other.
I got a 1! A natural 1!
Oh no! It's the
18.
first one of the session.
5 and 3 in total, that is. Oh, wait, no. Yeah.
DM 4.
That's at 21. I clicked the wrong thing.
Okay. Right.
I think
Fuck.
so.
Okay.
However, I'll ask you how you want to roll this because my nature of being strong with my legs.
Yeah, you might be strong with your legs, but have you got enough strength to deal with a elephant that is now rolling towards the edge
I have
of the
created
cliff?
an elephant boulder.
If I have 4 legs, do I get advantage? Because I work stable.
Wait, what?
Fine.
Oh god.
Because she's half unicorn, so she's on 4.
Ah. I was confused then for a second. It's like, wait, what? Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Clerk got an 18.
Okay. Anybody above a hang on, let me roll a number here because I don't know what I'm. Oh fuck. Right. Go. Anybody who got above a 15?
Yes.
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 Go. You're able to just about move out of the way of the elephant.
Is the elephant like
elephant-
rolling down
the
the
elephant
path?
is-
Is he
As
rolling?
the elephant is tripped, he has not fallen over. Actually, no, you rolled a natural 1, didn't you, Toby?
Yeah.
No, the
Oh,
elephant
no.
is now in a bowl. The
I
elephant is now
and
become
then
an
I can't get up.
elephant-shaped bowling ball.
It's an
Is he
ele-
rolling?
boulder.
Is he rolling down the? Is he rolling down the cliff essentially, or is he
Yes.
rolling down the path?
Have you seen Indiana Jones when he's
Yes.
when he's running away from the giant fuck off boulder?
Yes.
It's an elephant. Those who didn't get over 15,
Hi.
I would like a dexterity save,
Uh-huh.
followed then by perception check.
Oh, fuck.
Morgan.
Silly, if you would like to just make a perception.
Ah!
Oh no!
Perception.
Still roll a natural 1.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Perception. 1 second,
That
I'm
was the
blind.
natural one on the dex save, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes, it
I have
was.
advantage. Oh, wait. Okay, so I have 19 in total, but I have advantage, so I rolled twice.
Silly the pig!
Yes, silly the pig.
Yes.
Do
That's
I
a
roll
14
again
on
because I've
perception
advantage?
now, DM.
I would like to propose a name change to Silly the Boulder.
Silly the
More-
it may end up. Actually, no, I
Uh,
can't foreshadow Silly the dead.
Wait. Morgan, if
Yes?
you would allow me to attempt to reaction, like seeing this as like people are either going to fall or they're going to get knocked over, can I cast Entangle where the people are basically failing and catch them with Entangle?
You can make me a perception check.
DM.
Sure.
You
DM, that's
know
an-
that there's something. Oh, not yet.
15?
Okay, you do see that the path does curvily sharp. Does a curvely sharp, sharply
Good job.
curve and go back on itself, where it literally leaves a sheer drop. You can see the sheer drop.
Yep. And
Um,
I want to reaction cast Entangle to basically slow them down or just essentially grab them.
Okay, Incus, you can
I-
see the sharp turn, and at the moment
Yeah.
you have become one with an elephant.
Okay.
Right, Clerk.
Morgan?
Yes.
Hang on 1 second, Clerk. What's your save DC?
It's a save DC of 14 if they're
Okay.
trying to actively resist it. And it's a 20-foot square. So I'm pretty sure it covers the entire
This is
Cover the
strength,
edge.
right? That's a strength
think it's-
save.
I think it's
It is a strength.
save?
It's a strength save of 14 if
Oh,
you're not a
fuck.
willing creature. Or otherwise you're restrained by the plants, but that means you stop moving.
True.
Uh,
Toby, what was it?
yes. So I rolled a 19, but I also have advantage on perception. Do I roll again, or what the?
You can do if you want to. Yes, advantage if you roll twice.
Oh, let's see. Well, the first one was better anyway, so 19. Yeah.
All right. Well, you both see the edge coming closer and closer and closer, and you then feel a spark, kind of a spikes and stuff like that wrap around you, and you are hanging on the edge of this pathway, like bits of the cliffs crumbling down all the way down, and you can't even hear the splash at the bottom. But you know it's a long fall. And you were grappled just in time by these plants.
'Cause
And roots.
essentially, Clerk sees this and he's like, "Whack!"
Am
Jams
I
his staff
over-
into the ground as like the vines like go through the ground and spring up and just grab them.
So, just for clarification, I'm over the edge, or am I at the edge?
You are quite literally.
Hanging
Your
over.
See the
you have
tolerant on
one-
the edge?
You have 1 foot over the edge and 1 foot on the on the actual ground, and you are being held by a plant.
I'm
Same for you, silly.
I'm going to
I'm-
try something.
Okay.
Can I
keep him?
can I try and pull myself and the elephant back, utilizing the vine as aid?
Currently, the vine is restraining you, so it's basically holding you, keeping you from
So
falling.
hang on. So let me get this straight then. So you want to contest the plant that is holding you in place?
No. I want to utilize the plant to pull us away from the edge.
But that implies trying to move, and at the moment the
Well-
plant is holding you.
So basically, if you try to move, you have to contest the plant, which means the plant would let go, therefore you would fall.
No, there is a chance
Can
you could
Oriana help
there is a
pull them up?
yes. I was going to say other people can help you, but
Yeah, and also can Clerk use the entangle vines to just kind of like move them a little bit to kind of help them up onto the
yes,
ground
I
before
will.
ending the spell?
I will let you guys, for the sake of brevity and the fact that we won't drop a character off the edge of a cliff yet, because that'd be a real cliffhanger.
No, it's already a cliffhanger.
It is already a cliffhanger.
Right.
It's fine. We haven't yet addressed the elephant in the room. But anyway,
Yep.
I tried to.
we are trying to. Right. Or in your case, killing the elephant. Yes. Right. For the
No,
sake of
now I'm
brevity
saying,
and
"I'm
my
not yet."
sanity, you guys, with the assistance of the rest of the party and Clert's magic, you were able to not lose 2 party members in the space of 1 session.
Yep. And it's just Clerk's looking like, yeah. And I thought you, and you guys thought I was the dumb one. And keeps going down the path. He laughs at.
I
He
did
laughs at the,
tell him it was a quicker way down. I was not wrong about that.
Can I hit him over the head? Really?
Not the heads.
Who are you hitting over the head?
What the fuck? Razan.
Razan. Yeah.
Razan. Can I? Strength
Roll
roll?
to hit. Roll to hit.
So
Actually,
strength roll?
what are you hitting him with, actually?
Unarmed strike, of course.
Roll to hit, then.
Casting first level shield on myself as a reaction.
Oh.
Hang on, what's
Yeah, 15?
your AC to?
Huh?
That moves my AC to 17.
17, and that was a 15.
15 to hit.
That's a miss. You go to hit him, silly, and you go to kind of smack him around the back of the head.
Okay, that's enough.
And as you do, you hit a solid object.
This
And then it
glistening
kind of-
shimmer.
It kind of ripples, and this darkened energy just ripples around it. And then it then goes for a second as soon as you move your hand away.
I'm just gonna turn around to him and just put my finger up. Don't try that again.
Yes. Clerk's just laughing at them all the way as he continues walking. He's just like.
Oriana's just rolling her eyes, like, come on.
Question for you all.
Yes.
How do you being?
I'm
Very-
trying
I
to
mean, that
hold the
was
fire.
I
decent.
am not trying to be quiet at all.
I
Okay.
mean, Clerk's just. He's just casually giggling to himself, but that was also not a very quiet situation there.
Imagine walking down the city streets, like in the mall, and just talking to each other. That volume-ish.
Okay.
Maybe it's a little busy, so you're having to raise your voice here and there.
Incus is trying to be as quiet as possible.
Clerk's not. He's really not. He's just walking without a care in the world, casually laughing about the whole thing.
Okay. I would like you all to make a perception check for me.
Uh-huh.
So I roll a dice.
Yes, 18.
It's an 11.
Clerk's too busy laughing to himself to see anything. I rolled
Oh,
a
yeah.
natural 1.
Yeah, I got an 18.
Clint ain't
Finally a
seen
fucking
shit
good
today.
roll.
Eeny, meeny, miny, this one. Alright.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, grab a tiger by its toe.
But fetish.
I pressed the wrong fucking button. Never mind. Close enough. Where is it? Where is it in the list of random bullshit?
That's lovely. 11.
There it is. Right. You all start laughing as you're basically almost killed each other. And just enjoying the wonder as you do. I'm going to go
Yes.
my barbarians. I was going to clear the map because
You just do.
me, I am turning off the map.
I-
There you go. Well,
Oh God, here we go.
has it all gone black for everybody then?
Yes.
No.
No.
Oh,
Only
Damn
the
it.
actual table is black for me.
cool. Alright, that's fine. It'll load for a second. I
Yeah,
need
the
you
old-
all. So those of you who got perception higher
Yes.
than a 15 or higher.
Okay, yeah, I have that. I think I'm the only one, yeah.
Okay.
My passive is above a 15, but I don't. I didn't see anything with an active perception of a natural 1, so.
Okay.
Yeah, I got 18.
I got
I'll just put that
14.
there.
Herb.
I'll just put that there for a second then.
I got a 14. It doesn't help in this situation, but I got a 14.
No, this thing's not precise. Now it is.
Oh no.
So,
I don't.
Okay, me being a DM, I know what that is, but in character,
You
I
know
wouldn't know that.
you know
word.
exactly what this is. You know
Morgan.
exactly what this is. Hi.
I just hovered over my character.
Oh, yeah. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Oh, we have just lost a smithy.
Penis, 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 penis. I'm just reading my character name.
It's what I had it saved as, don't worry.
Not my fault.
Right. Whilst we're waiting on Smithy, because I
That's-
think Smithy is rejoining.
Since I can already see the fucky and I got over
Those
15,
you,
can I
okay.
do
Those of
stealth
you,
roll?
so those of you who got the 15,
Permission to
or
make a
higher.
joke, DM?
Yes.
Can I make my joke first because I have
Go
a
on.
fun joke set and ready? Right. Those of you who can see this thing, you hear a screech, followed then
Mhm.
by something shoot out of the cave. Now this cavern entrance is now just to your side, like the opening is huge, and it is just to the side of you now. With your fate walking down the pathway, you need to do another 2 turns in order to get down to the entrance. But you watch this shadow come shooting out of this cave, followed then by steam, and then it then kind of banks upwards, turns slightly, and comes flying straight over the cliff, up over your heads.
Sorry, I was having audio problems. Did I need to do anything?
So I don't
Um,
get murdered.
You don't need to roll any. Actually, yeah, roll a perception check for me, Smithy. And if you would like to, silly, you can certainly try.
Well, then let's
Can-
see.
Can I now make
The
my
infamous
joke?
DM words.
I have a 20, but I rolled that with disadvantage to stealth. What does that do?
Yes, you have to roll with disadvantage, which means you
Okay,
roll
so-
a second dice, take the lowest number.
Easy way
Oh.
to do that. If you want to roll with disadvantage, right click
20.
on the thing, and then you can. It says roll with advantage, flat, or disadvantage, and it just does it automatically.
I
Whatever, it's
saw
20.
that, Morgan.
It's
He
20
saw what,
more
Steve?
than.
Saw what, Steve?
The natural 20 that I'm having to mark down. Good sir.
We don't talk about that. We don't.
I got 20. I got 20 and 21, so 20 is the one with disadvantage.
You got a 20.
Yes.
Perfect.
20 stealth on the fucking elephant.
With
can I-
disadvantage.
Can I
Yes.
now make my
I got a
jump?
20
Yeah.
and a 21.
Jesus. Yes, go for it, Steve.
It's not a boulder, it's a rock.
Cock.
I want to throw you off this cliff now. I will wipe the party for that one. I will fucking wipe the party.
But it was full
it's-
times.
right. Everybody, I now need everybody. Well, no, I don't need anybody. I'll use everybody's passives. You all look up and watch this shadow come flying over you. Silly, you all watch this shadow. You look back. Silly's gone.
Where
Motherfucking stealth-a-fund.
Where the fuck did he just go?
Right, so I'm looking at him. He just fucking disappears from my side as I blink.
You basically you look up for a good couple of seconds to watch this shadow come flying over your heads and over the cliff top. You look back, the elephant is gone. And
We're gonna cast Pass Without a Trace and is also going to stealth.
So
Yeah.
I just want to say that the elephant in the room is no more.
Yeah, the elephant is no.
I got a 19.
A 19.
Why did
Right,
the elephant have higher stealth than the
because it's a stealthy elephant.
It's a stealth.
One sneaky ass motherfucker.
It is
It's a
a sneaky
stealth-a-fund.
motherfucker.
Clerk is trying to hide with a 19, so.
Is
Okay.
that only affecting you or everyone, Clert?
It is up to Clutch.
That's why I was asking.
That
If
trace
it's a
effects.
target now already,
Yeah, you have Pass Without a Trace effects if you're within 30 feet of me.
Yeah, but you can choose who it affects.
Yeah, basically it affects everybody.
Oh, you're affecting everybody. All right. In that case, everybody adds an extra 10.
Yay, I get to
Oh,
roll
we're
stealth.
all rolling stealth now?
Well,
Apparently.
some people are. You can if you would like to.
You see the
So we add
Yeah.
10, so that's a
Yes.
30.
DM, look at my first one, which is between the D9 and 8. I cocked a D8 at 20.
I rolled a 30.
Well done, Steve. You got that one. 30. Oh, you have the extra 10.
Yeah, 18 plus 2 plus 10. That's 30.
Fair. All right.
Okay. So that's a... Yes,
A
I'm
14.
4. So that's a 24, good sir.
24?
No, sorry, correction, 15, good sir.
15. Yeah.
Also, Clerk or Silly also gets the bonus to his stealth to make it a 30 as
No,
well for him as well.
I'm not
Yeah,
playing
sorry,
my dumbass
And I
rogue,
got
which has a
11
plus 10
again.
on stealth.
Maybe
You-
you add 10 to your thing, whatever you rolled, add 10.
You
But
all
more than-
hide
So 21.
watching the shadow. Hang on.
I
You
want.
all-
Can I use that 30 to hide in my own shadow?
You can certainly try. Actually, no. You don't hide in your own shadow. You hide in the shadow of the elephant who you finally clocked where they were. Hide, you hide in the shadow of the elephant. So, like the
I
shadow
hide in the
of
shadow of the hidden elephant. Got you. That's
as
the
I
name of
walk
my
through the
Indiana
valley
Jones
of
movie.
as I walk through the valley of the shadow of death.
Yeah.
It's hidden.
Valley
I
of
walk through the valley
Plenty?
of the shadow of an elephant. Right.
Am I gonna toss a coin to my witcher?
Possibly.
Ow!
So you all watch
Ow!
as this giant
Ow!
shadow of a bird comes flying over the cliffs. But you know it's done a circle. You can hear the wind kind of whistling. It almost makes kind of a Stuka diving sound as it goes back down and goes over just about in front of you guys and dives down towards the lake. You all see it's not just a rock. It's a robot rock. It's steampunk, cogs, gears, mechanical flaps to it, rather than feathers. There are some feathers, but they are made out of what you can quickly see as brass. And this thing glides these small little propeller blades to it, keeping it kind of almost like it's an actual bird using the thermals. Instead, it has these small fan blades, which kind of are in the center of its wings, keeping it up aloft.
That's
And you watch it fold its wings in and dive into the water. And coming back out a couple of minutes later, by the way, with this huge, almost giant However, a giant eel about the size of one of the carriages of the lightning rail
Goddamn.
That big.
grabs it with its talons and flies back into the cave directly.
Get fucked.
Get over it. And you hear it zoom straight past you, the whistling sound as it does.
Is Clark's instinct still telling him to go to the cave?
It is.
After, like, the rock goes back in and after a couple extra minutes, Clerk comes out. And then he just keeps going. Using his staff kind of like a walking stick, too.
Damn, Clerk is gay.
What?
He came out. Anyway,
That was horrible. You
I
should
know.
feel bad.
oh, I
Maybe.
do, but I
Maybe.
don't. Yes.
Just remember, I haven't yet decided on killing your character or not yet.
Oh, it's fine.
Whether you survive this session or not determines what happens to your very first character.
Oh, I know. I don't care.
What do you said that like you're Scottish?
Incus-
Oh, I know that.
Oh,
Because-
fuck that one.
Because fuck that one. No, I should.
You're like a hybrid between a Scotsman and an Irishman.
Wrong, I'm gonna be honest. I thought you were gonna do it in this session anyway.
Oh, no, hang on. So just somebody from Birmingham.
Just north of Manchester, I think.
Mong, I thought anyway that you're gonna kill me in this session. So
Decided yet? I haven't decided that yet.
Incus is going to enter the cave slowly.
Right. You all get to the entranceway to the cave, and Incus, you're the first one to cross the boundary into the cave.
Mhm.
And you immediately get hit by this wall of heat. And it's a lot hotter inside of this cave than it is outside. There's bits of water dripping off of the ceiling. A long blood trail going from the entrance all the way down one of the larger tunnels.
Can
I
I
will actually
use
stop.
my heightened smell and try to make out if this is natural due to lava? Picking up senses of sulfur or stuff like that?
Yeah, actually, make a perception check for me with advantage.
can I also do one because I have the smell thingy, the keen smell.
You can
Ah.
as well. Anybody who has keen smell can do the spell.
I got a 20.
That's higher
What
than
are we-
mine.
Oh
I
wait,
got
actually,
a,
let me roll another one because I have
Wait,
advantage.
what are we smelling?
People are
yeah,
trying to smell
no,
if the
20 is
cave
the
is
highest.
natural for sulfur.
Yes.
Yeah, I have 20
I
20.
fart.
in me.
Farting is a free action.
I like to fart.
I like art.
Rip a fat one.
13 DM.
Make a stealth check, rather.
Okay.
Oh no.
Ah, yes, 6.
My passive is higher than that.
That's fine, so's the rocks.
He rolled a 4. That's my fucking stealth.
So I'm hoping somebody clocked what I just said then.
I know. I
Um,
noticed. I
Yeah,
noticed.
I just ignored it. Morgan, I'm disappointed in you.
Oh, we lost the smithy again.
Smithy's having
no.
the technology issues.
So I got
POV
a
grandma.
13 total.
Okay. I'll open that bit first. So, as you all put yourselves. There you go. Let me also make that little the extra bit as well.
Are we?
Hang on.
Oh, I would
Close
be...
enough. Right,
Ah.
you guys are basically. This white line bit here is the edge of the cliff for where the pathway is. The
So yes, I
pathway
would be
goes. So the pathway has come from that direction going into
So Clerk would be leading.
rough, more or less. You both would be kind of similar next to each other. Right, rest of the party.
Mm-hmm.
Elephant is going there, I'm assuming.
Also, what do I actually get for the perception check since I rolled 20?
Yes, so you don't smell any sulfur. It just smells of kind of moss, lichen,
Okay.
mold.
Could
Plus
I guess
digested
where
baked
the
beans.
rock went?
Oh, and the smell of rotting corpses. But everybody gets that smell.
Oh, lovely. I'm going
You all can smell this, like seafood. But have you ever accidentally left seafood out in like the sun?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
Oh no,
And
that's...
it's reached a point where it has started to become its own sentient being. Yeah,
So we're
it
getting the right
smells
seafood.
like a sentient being.
It sounds like intelligence rot.
So what you're telling me is we're gonna fight rotten seafood?
30, 35,
I mean, it's a bit of a
40,
fishy situation.
50, 55, 60. DM, you're going to hate me for
Yeah.
this.
I can
Divine
certainly try to.
sense.
Oh, you
Eh?
doctor.
What are you divining and sensing?
The
And on
divine-
what? And on which whereabouts? From you, is it?
it always originates on me, so anything in
Okay.
that circle.
Give me that area. Cool.
What are you?
Your
sensing?
party members. Yeah, sensing for anything. Was it good, bad, evil, bit of the in between?
I will give you the exact things. Give me a second.
That's what he's like.
Divine sense. I get the exact pings of good, evil, until the end of my next turn, so 6 seconds, as well as the any of these elements: the celestial, fiend, undead, or as you've said now, void touch.
In that case, you get a bright as fucking blinding beacon where Razan is standing.
Yeah, you don't get anything other than the usual ping.
Okay.
The ones that you're aware of, which consists of 3 members of the normal party and the elephant.
Right. What ping am I getting from the elephant?
For void, for all 4.
Okay.
Everybody else, you get the good, bad pings from, mostly good. Actually, for Ralston, you're getting some slightly interesting pings. You're getting it's a lot stronger than you feel from before. Because you've done divine sense in his presence. You know that you've had a ping for weird shit. It's a lot stronger, and it's also feeling split. Like, it's void, but it's not.
He notes that in his book.
He just like pulls it out, quick jot.
It's a very
Motherfucker's in the middle of combat. He's just drawing a picture of it.
it's a very strong ping, but it's only half a ping, but it's very strong.
Okay.
Like imagine like a video game texture glitching in and out of existence.
In other words, like any Rockstar game.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna say that, but yeah.
Or-
Imagine Skyrim, the cups in Skyrim on the tables.
Yeah, but don't do Skyrim. Skyrim is just D&D with extra math.
Also, Clerk's looking around inside the cave. Does he see anything?
So,
Looking around the cave,
so
I'll point
just...
out the obvious.
Oh no.
Fish. You called it lunch.
Oh, it's a blob blob.
No,
I
how
will
about
the
point
over
out lunch. Lunch is a placeholder.
Fuck lunch?
So,
Um,
directly opposite you in the cave is this eel hanging from a point in the ceiling. Its tail from its tail with its head down at the base. Blood
Why did it
dripping
so
from
broken?
basically it's been split straight down the middle, and it is just being gutted and bleeding out currently.
Incus doesn't like what he's seeing. He's going to get ready with his sword and shield.
Okay,
We still have Pass Without a Trace active, so
Ignore.
do indeed. You also
Could I-
hear slight bit of kind of thud noises, almost like footsteps from further down. So from past this area here
Clerk
into
wants
another area.
Clerk wants to hide again.
Yeah, me too.
Do
There
Can
are
I go
rocks.
have a closer look at the eel?
You can if you would like to.
Hmm,
Can I?
actually, I
Make a
wasn't
perception
so-
check, Walton.
Alright. Ah, a 5 for an 8.
Morgan,
It's a big
All
eel.
is fine. All is fine.
Oh, Morgan, by the way, I put Rising Void Touch question mark? Just for reference in the notes.
You already had Razan Void touched, and
Yes,
then
and
now
then-
it is something else.
Now there's the
Morgan.
question mark.
Yeah.
DM.
I would like to inspect the eel for any abnormalities.
Okay.
So
Make an
any
investigate-
black spots, anything, any growths, and anything like that.
Yes, you make an investigation for me, and yes, Bobby.
Can I do a history
15.
check to see if if the fish brings up
So,
any
right-
pictures in my mind?
Right now,
Sure,
guys.
make a
Because I
history
think
check.
I'm pretty old as this
Trying to
fucking
figure
fuck
out
off
what
elephant.
looks
You
like
are
okay.
pretty old, yes.
I just
You-
want to do a history throw. That's really all. 14.
A 14. You block what this is, but you're kind of waiting to see if anybody else recognizes it before you then kind of
For what?
become brave and smart and actually say what it is, so you can actually correct the person who did a stupid
Gets
and almost
wrong.
killed you.
Okay.
How's that investigation check, Rosen?
15.
A 15.
I just realized. Hey Morgan, did you realize Silly's thing?
Oh, what its name is?
The
Yeah,
name, yeah, Morgan.
I had it
Morgan
saved
did
as
that.
that. I'm not complaining.
Um,
He deserves it.
I-
Right.
Especially after yesterday in Terraria.
I thought.
Yeah.
You're gonna keep hearing that for the next few
I
weeks.
know.
Actually,
Can I-
for the entirety of the stream to know, just as an out of character thing, Toby did a fucky wucky in Terraria and dropped bombs in Guido's base.
Sorry.
Bombs? You mean fucking nukes?
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry.
Plenty of tunneling bombs.
Left and right click. Okay. I keep forgetting which one was which. Okay. I forget which does which. Okay. So,
You will never live this down.
DM,
I
can
know.
Can I try and
Yeah, but-
perceive in the cave to see what I can see other than that eel?
Sure. Make a perception for me.
Like, I don't even have a problem with being called out. I still just feel
Yeah.
bad.
Clerk, I also want to
Sorry.
make a perception
Ah!
check. Just
Okay.
No, that's a free.
Hey, Steve. This cave is made out of cave.
Whoa.
Thanks,
hey,
DM.
Morgan, what do I
Come on.
see with the 25, aka one off my best?
Sweet. Right, let me actually get this little extra bit that you can see. Made up here.
Can I also do a perception check? on
You
what I
can
can see?
do. Also, silly. And-
7. No, 9 in
Never
Never
total.
mind. You see nothing. Right, silly and Rosin. This
Yeah.
eel is a giant electric eel.
Whoa.
It's
Still
a
breathing?
no. From what you can see, it is not still breathing.
Is it physically split in half?
Almost. It is split from side to side, kind of
Ah.
from tip to tail. From tip to tail,
Lengthwise.
it is
Like you would gut a bass.
kind of like if you pretty much It is
Alright.
almost straight down, and it is just being bled out, and its organs are starting to fall out
I
due
don't
to
like
gravity.
what I see.
Clerk,
Yeah.
everybody else is unaware of this at the current time, but you hear kind of this steam kind of decompression noise, like when you have like a steam engine piston kind of
Yeah.
either decompressing, and you hear the hissing noise.
Mm-hmm.
And you turn around this corner. I'll move you slightly this way. And you look down into this small kind of enclosed area. And stood on the ground, wings kind of at its side, is this mechanical bird thing. And it looks towards you. And its eyes just glow bright red.
I also, with a stealth of 21, does it see me?
Oh, yes, it does.
Oh shit.
You'll be. Do you remember the D20 that I rolled earlier on that Steve commented on?
Oh,
That was its perception.
okay. Even with pass without a trace.
Can I
Okay.
also roll a stealth?
What
a
was
rock.
your pass without a trace?
It makes it a 20. It made it a 21. So
Yeah, it could see.
Does it see me with a 30?
It just doesn't.
As me,
Wait.
I also have a 30, so it can't see me either.
well,
It
I think.
just
Wait,
can't. Those who are stealthing, quote unquote.
wait.
So
Does that stealth check still count though? Since we moved down the cliff and actually went into the
you've moved
cave.
down the cliff and you've entered the cave. So
'Cause-
far, you haven't done anything which would break your stealth. Well, actually, no. The only person who has currently, actually, no, sorry, there are two who have broken stealth, quote unquote. That'd be Incus for casting a spell, and Razan for nonchalantly wandering up and actually having a look
Yeah.
at you.
So yeah, City would also.
Silly has pretty much as well.
Yeah.
I should have moved myself here.
Not a care in the world.
Whatever. Then can I roll again to try and get back my stuff?
Possibly. It depends.
I mean, I
but
don't think I'll get it in that.
well, not yet. Don't roll your stealth
Yeah,
just
no.
yet.
Okay, I won't.
Claude, what would you like to do? You are currently looking into the darkness, and the darkness is staring back with glowing red eyes.
Can I insight that to see what it possibly means?
Sure.
Sure, why not? We'll insight it.
The answer
22.
is death.
So
You have a strong feeling that the bird might be slightly annoyed. But you can also tell it's not that big. Like, okay. All things aside, it's a giant bird. It is a giant robotic. Basically, think it's a giant robotic eagle. The size of basically, it has the body size of a small minibus.
Mhm. Can I tell if speak with animals would work? I get that a rock is a monstrosity, but out of character I know that, but in character that's Clark trying to figure this out.
Do you want to try to speak to the giant metal budgie? You can
Uh,
certainly try.
Would he know first? Well, obviously he can't speak with it full. He's wondering if speak with animals would work. Can I roll like an intelligence check to see if it'd work?
To see if you think it would work? Sure.
Yes. 13.
A 13. It might. It's a giant metal budgie. Who knows?
Who knows? Clerk just says, hello. Does it react when I say hello?
Are you speaking with the spell, or
I'm gonna say it in Druidic.
you hear back in a series of clicks and beeps? What sounds like a reply, but you're not quite sure. And everybody hears these beeps and clicks echo throughout the cave.
I want to cast Speak with Animals then. Really
Okay.
quick to see if it does anything.
You cast Speak with Animals, and it's just finishing its sentence, or what it's saying. So you enter this lair willingly.
Oh, I was following instinct. We're looking for. I think his name is Turn Thorn. What is his name?
Do I hear this part of the conversation?
I forget. With Speak with Animals, do you speak common to it?
No, it's like
And
I
translate?
speak.
Oh,
I start speaking in the clicks and clacks and stuff like
Yes.
that.
You
There's
hear
nothing.
Clerk speaking in binary. But yes. You hear Clerk kind of speaking in clicks and whistles and making beeping sounds. And those sounds are echoing throughout this cave.
And Clerk is like,
Right.
do you know a dragon named what was it? Like Thorn, I think. Thorn, Turn.
Lord Fern.
Yeah. I
It's
think
further in, but why do you have business?
uh uh we were coming to look for him. I don't know if he knows me. I think he might. My name's Colette.
I've heard of the hero birds, but
I don't know.
assumed dead. And you have the stench of that traitor on you. You've met Shoal.
Yeah, he's kind of a dick. I don't like him. I really don't. He told us, I want you to kill that dragon. I don't want to kill the dragon. I like the dragon better. He's a lot more reasonable, eh?
You
Si-
do
Since they're
anything
conversing now in the clicks and boobs, can I go investigate the clicks and boobs?
you can.
Morgan,
Like,
can
yes.
okay. Can I do a history check to see if I have ever read like anything about this kind of language?
You're trying to work out you know what the clicks and boops are.
Yeah,
Okay.
because the giant fuck of elephant used to be a librarian, is what I now came up with.
Sweet. Okay, history check. Fuck off,
History check.
Fuck off,
It's a
librarian.
cock. It landed on the edge. Can I roll again? It cocked it
Yes. I'm
between it.
sorry. I'd like to point this out real quick. The giant
Why
fucking
is
elephant with a great sword
17.
is a librarian.
also why is Rosin just casually walking into
Carson
in
has
between
walked,
Kurt?
I've just strolled up to the rock,
Yeah.
yes.
Hang on. So first of all, let me quickly correct some things here. First of all, so silly.
Yes,
You aren't sure on the language. You know it's of Mechanicum, which is a animalistic race of creatures made in a way that fuses mechanical engineering and arcana with an actual animal. And it's a language spoken similarly by them, but it's kind of been lost to what was commonly known as the Golden Age, where there was a lot more made, and now that language is lesser used, and most of those constructs and beasts have reverted back to the language of their original kind.
Oh, okay. Now,
But
since it has
you
something
have
to do
no
with our
idea. You have no idea what the language is. You can't understand it. Well, you know what the language is. You know roughly what it is. You have no clue how to understand it.
okay.
And Clark's just continually like speaking like, yeah. It's just like I don't like the what is his name? What is his name? I totally forget his name. I don't like him that much. I know out of character his name is Shoal, but like, I don't like him. I tried to bite him, but apparently I can't bite him. He's fair. He's interesting.
As soon as Razan starts walking in front of you, you hear the bird. You watch as the bird looks towards him, and
don't
you
mind.
see
Don't mind.
as you watch him move, slight light reflects off of one of its feathers, and you see a slight mirror reflection of something above you. Because basically, there's a small gap. It's a space. It's this. The cave has a slight archway to it, and something on the other side. There's something on the other side of the archway, and you quickly, for a split second, look in the reflection, and it's his hanging bodies.
Hey, don't mind
And
my friend there.
you watch the
He's
bird turn towards Razan and go, hit the, and he'll then look back at you and go, he takes one step more, and he becomes less acquainted.
yeah. Hey, what was his name? Radon, whatever thing. Hey,
Razan?
thank you. You might want to back the fuck up. That bird, there's bodies behind him, and you probably don't want to take a step further, because he's not really happy with you being that close to him.
I'm gonna stop here, but I'm not stepping backwards. Instead of stepping backwards, I'm gonna try and speak to him in Draconic to see if he understands that.
Morgan.
Hey, hang on 1 second, everybody.
Yep.
D, in order to answer your question, no.
Okay.
Uh,
I thought
right.
I ask.
He's asked, that's fine. Right. Before we get into anything else then. Toby.
Since you said it has something to do with Arcana, and I know that, can I do an Arcana roll to see if I get anything out of that? Anything really?
You can try.
I mean, I have +0 anyway, so well, I rolled
most-
a 15.
Okay, you know most of the information that you learned from your history check.
Mm-hmm.
You basically get the similar thing,
Basically, guys, I
but
asked
from
if,
more
Arnaldo
Arcana side
were-
of it. Of it's this creature powered by magic.
Okay.
It has a magical gem infused inside of it, which
Also, I'm
powers.
gonna hide behind Klurt.
Yes,
Of
you're
course.
totally gonna hide behind the 3-foot something,
Venus hiding behind clothes. There it is.
There it is. Right.
a 3'3" goblin.
Raza,
Resistant 30.
Yes.
you start speaking in Draconic. What do you say?
Your mum.
So we are sent here by a person named Shawl to find a dragon, sapphire dragon, named
Gemmed
Thurn.
dragon.
And as far as my studies have shown me, Thurn should be found here.
You hear it. Everybody hears it reply. Well, those who know Draconic, you
Mhm.
hear its reply in Draconic. It
Okay.
goes, "You have business then? Or
I
you
do.
just here to end up like them?" And you watch it kind of flare its wings slightly, and you watch the light flowing in from the entrance to the cave bounce and reflect off of it, and you watch as the entire ceiling above the bird gets lit up, and you see a mix of skeletons, decomposing corpses, and some fresh corpses, all humanoid.
I can't see the bird, can't I, dear?
Those
Oh, I can
you've
hear
all
it.
heard at this point. You hear it, and you've all heard what it's just said. And it's go, what kind of business then?
Clark's just
I'm
trying
gonna
to
hold up.
then
Can I hold up the symbol of calling on my emblem?
Okay. All right.
I'm going to try and say something towards the bird as well. But
Okay.
I'll let you
from
go.
wherever you are.
What do you say then?
We're
I'm
not-
assuming you've moved up closer, Steve.
Yes. Yes. We're not here to fight. We're here to ask him for help to deal with this Shawl. He seems too fishy for my liking. He is not what he seems, I'm guessing. He wants to destroy this beautiful dragon. We've met him once on the train. We did not want him to hurt him then. We do not want to hurt him now.
I've got a fish.
That
I've got a
is
fish, and it definitely seems fishy.
persuasion, if I'm able to do that.
You don't need to.
Okay.
It is a success. Straight up.
Claret also
With the
just
assistance of Raza pulling out pulling out your icon of coal. And as soon as the mechanical rock, as soon as, I keep on making Daft Punk references. It's a robot rock. As soon as it sees it, you watch it bow its head slightly, and then go, "He's not himself," and you hear it in common. Now, he's not himself, but he'll be further down. Cause one issue, and you then watch as it kind of outstretches one of its wings towards the entrance and in between you all, and shoots a feather, launches a feather from its wing out of the cave.
Well, that's
Can I-
Oh.
Can I ask the rock one question
Uh-huh.
in void speech? Is he
Ooh.
like me?
You hear a response back from the bird. I didn't think I'd know another.
What?
Curious.
Claret is just now drop speak with animals and just like, what? How many languages do you speak? He says that in void.
I guess.
Klut doesn't
There's a-
speak voice
There are
right
a
now, does
few,
he?
no, there are a few others who understand Void and can speak basic in it.
Oh yeah.
Morgan,
Yes.
sorry to interrupt, but since you kind of just plopped this character on me, we never. Oh no, you actually did give me other languages. Never mind.
Yes, I did give you other languages. See,
Never mind. I'm blind. Sorry, I shut up.
I'm sure I gave you halfling as well.
Wait, Morgan Smart? What?
Never. I'm smart. I'm
Heresy.
smart enough. I'm smart enough to bully people.
I'm smart enough to alcohol.
There goes Ray. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, Ray's off to see a movie.
Yes.
Yes.
Clear.
Be real fun if she's off to see the D&D movie.
No,
Instead of
she's
playing
not. It's the
D&D.
Transformer.
Oh, really? Really?
Really?
I'm
No,
not
she doesn't-
disappointed.
She's not
not-
wanting.
She's being forced to.
She's
Cannon
being
fodder,
forced to go
cannon
watch
fodder.
it. She's being forced to go watch it. She doesn't want to go watch it.
Cannon fodder.
But also, clear.
You're having trouble there, Mong. You want
I
me to
can't
fix
get
it
to
for
that.
you?
There you go. I got it.
Incus is going to quickly speak in primordial.
Everybody's just pulling out their languages.
Exactly.
I don't think anyone else speaks
Everybody
this, so
uses other language.
I'm gonna start speaking elephant too, bro. Luxodon.
Okay.
You.
Right.
is your
I won't.
is your master neutral to both sides? Looking at the emblem, and he quickly shines the emblem on his shawl and then puts it back under his armor.
You watch as the bird kind of looks at the shiny thing, shoves its head slightly. No clue what you've just said. It's seen the shiny thing. It has seen the token. Or it's seen kind of the iconography of the lawful good dragon.
Any reaction other than just looking?
It's clocked it. You can see that it's noticed it.
But doesn't have a fucking clue what you said.
Doesn't have a fucking clue what you've just said.
I don't think
You have
anyone
just-
else in the party knows
You
what I
have
just
just
said.
you have just spoken in elemental speech. Nobody hears
I need an elephant sound on my sound pad.
Hang on,
Where-
actually, let me quickly check something. Let me just very quickly check something to see if this happens.
Oh no.
Hang on.
If you just fucked us over, I'm gonna.
I cocked it. Never mind. Hang on.
He cocked the D20.
It doesn't sound nasty, it just sounds interesting. Weird.
If you cocked us, I'm gonna cock you.
You hear kind of so. The only person who can hear this response back is Incus, and Incus, you hear a very watery sounding reply back in primordial saying, "What did you just say, young man?"
He looks around for the source very quickly.
You can tell it came off the other side of the cliff, down to the very base of the cliff,
Like outside the cave?
outside of the cave, at the very bottom of the cave.
Ingus tilts his head in confusion as a free action.
Flirt is going to speak telepathically to it, to the bird. It's like,
The bird is a word.
what do you mean the dragon's not himself?
You'll see. It's quite a surprise.
Also, you're really cool. Can I pet you?
You touch me and you become like the others that shall
I
see.
understand. Very well. Have a nice day.
Before you all go, and you hear this in common. Actually, before anything else, before he finishes up. Silly, you were going to say something in elephant, weren't you? What are you going to say?
Oh no, I said it for the memes, but I mean, sure, I can. I guess I'm asking if he can speak this too, since he can speak so many languages.
So you're just testing all the languages during the.
Yeah, I'm just testing. I mean, I want to join the party.
You watch the rook look at you, and if a giant bird could laugh, it laughs. replies back to you in elephant doing the, well, of course, stupid.
Well, of course, stupid.
Ingus tilts his head even further, almost falling over.
Everybody else who doesn't speak Loxodon, so the speech of elephants,
You just hear fucking trumpet
hear-
noises.
trumpet noises. You hear incoherent trumpet noises.
And
Can
then
I
seeing
say another thing to the bird?
And seeing the rock laughing is, I'm guessing, there's an obvious thing.
It's obvious that they understand the languages.
Can penis say another thing to the cock?
Can penis say another thing to the budgie? There it fucking is.
Not my name choice, Morgan's.
It's just a sentence I was not expecting to hear today.
Anyway, what I would say is, no, he's the stupid, pointing over at Inkus. Since he's looking confused at me.
You see the bird almost way up the two sides of it all, almost nods in agreement with you.
Ingus is just gonna walk past
Achievements.
both and go into the other part of the cave.
The bird puts its wing down
I'm-
just before you cross
Can I-
past it.
I was gonna say, before he passes me, can I put my arm out to stop him? It's like, that's not wise.
Stroke
You can
contested.
stop him before he crosses it, and the bird goes, "Before you cross past, I'll give you a warning." And he speaks in common. Cause trouble, and trouble will find you. Cause friendship, and friends will be by your side. And
Yeah.
don't steal my food.
We are not here to cause trouble. We're seeing if we can help with a situation that you'll probably like. The end of Shoal.
My old master cannot hurt me here.
Not
Claire,
yet.
Claire is speaking up. Oh, I really kind of wanted to try some of that eel. If I was going to ask if I could try some of that eel.
Ingus is going to walk past.
If you would like some blood. The bird puts its wing out, stopping you from passing at the moment,
Okay.
and turns to Flirt and goes, "Well, help yourself. My
Oh.
food is your food."
Oh, thank you.
You've all
You're really,
seemed like you haven't.
you're really nice. I could hug you, but again, you don't want to be touched. So I'm
You
gonna-
all seem like you've had a slight encounter. It's not best if you see my boss. Now, boss. You don't see the great dragon, looking like you've been dragged through a bush backwards.
Ingus looks down at all the cuts on his body. You have a point.
Claire is going over to the eel and is now kind of looking for some good meat in there.
Rosanna's just looking over himself. Like, I'm fine.
Morgan.
Yeah.
Since I already did the history check earlier on the fish, do I know anything that would suggest that Clerk should not the fuck eat the fish? Or will he be fine, from my knowledge?
I mean, Claire's eating his own throw up, so.
I can tell you how much I got if you need it.
No,
fish
no,
check.
I know what it was, don't worry.
Okay.
You know that this is a giant lightning eel. A bit like electric eels, except they are constantly electrically charged.
Oh.
It's a slight. I mean, the taste is quite shocking. But
Yeah. I'm sure Claire. I'm going to assume Claire would know exactly what this eel is since he's a druid. So
it's an eel. You've eaten it before. It's
Yes.
very tasty when cooked or raw. However, when you eat it raw, it's
it's generally shocking.
yes, it's
It's a tingling palate.
yeah.
Yes. So
You
Claire's
do end
gonna
up with pins and
Claire's
needles.
Claire's gonna take a bit of meat. He's gonna take enough for himself, enough for his 3'3" size, and is then going just he's gonna look around for a second. He's thinking.
Inkus is actually going to look at the rock and ask it a question in common.
Okay.
If you would mind, could we rest here? I know I'm quite sore and having limited abilities at this present time.
I reckon you possibly could. That is, if you don't mind. Well, actually, no. That'll be a problem for later on. Of course.
No,
If you
please
mean
elaborate.
If you mean the smell, it doesn't bother me.
Sure, we'll go with the smell.
Hmm.
Inside
Clerk-
check!
Clert. By the way, Clert is already grabbing meat and he's using Druidcraft to like light a small bit of wood he has on fire so he can make like a somewhat lighter like thing of wood to like then heat and cook his meat.
Okay, as soon
His
as you
meat.
now
Ow.
you've realised now you've been in this cave. It's quite dark. The only light coming in is from the light coming in through the entrance and that reflecting off the bird's feathers. As soon as you light a torch, well, as soon as you start lighting this small fire, you look and the walls have these runes all the way around them.
Can I read
They're
any of them?
they're not glowing. I need everybody to make an Arcana check.
What are those?
I think
13.
that's what that kind of check is for. Ah, God, it got cocked.
Ooh!
Oh,
And well, it's a
motherfucker, I'm not
two.
allowed to use my real dice,
Ooh.
am I?
No, bye.
Morgan.
Oh my god, I just rolled a
Morgan,
natural 20 as well!
Hey,
Morgan,
no,
Morgan,
get
it got cocked. Can I re-roll? It
Uh,
landed
you-
on in between
DM.
2 and
DM,
18.
Oh,
dirty 19.
there it is.
Oh, nice.
I got a 16.
Wait, right, everybody above a 14.
Yep.
Is that everybody, pretty much?
No, I got a 13. Clert doesn't quite. Actually, you know what? No, wait.
Distracted by fear.
Clert is gonna cast guidance on himself for the bonus D4.
Sweet. Okay, you pass it anyway.
Yes.
Sweet. So, you all look and you all pretty much understand what these runes are. They are, half of them are runes of protection. Some of them are runes of unbreakable strength. Like this thing, like the walls cannot be broken. And there is one singular rune that repeats itself in a small pattern. There's about 4 of them across the entirety of this area that you can see. And that is one of, well, those of you who are quite smarter
Clert.
clock it as something kind of nasty.
Well, what is the
You
what
all
is the
clock it
language
as
they're written in?
It is written in Draconic.
Ah, fuck.
Okay.
Oh, fine, then I can just read them straight up.
I can read
Okay,
them.
sweet. Okay, right. Those are the okay. So for those of you who understand the patterns, you can see that there are patterns of like unbreakable, like runes of things which are unbreakable, ones of kind of protection. There's a few here and there of light, but they're not activated, so they aren't glowing. But it's a very faint glow to the point where you can't see it when it's dark. And those of you who understand Draconic, read. Alright, Smithy, that's alright. And those of you who know Draconic, you read words you're probably dreading. It just says hiss of death.
Let's not sleep in the cave.
Can I insight that?
Sure,
Or
you can
Arcana?
you can Arcana it for me.
Incus is walking out the cave and going to the ledge.
Oh, it's cocked on a fucking 19.
Reroll.
Ah!
In
No!
It's a 4!
That's a natural 1 plus 3.
Nothing seems wrong with
That's
it
a
at all.
karma for the tripping.
Everything seems so perfect to it that it has it could have the effects of you. It could either be the most brutally nasty thing possible, or it could just create nice, pretty smells and flowers.
I'm gonna sleep here. This is fine.
Incus has walked out the cave and is on the path and is going to curl into a ball.
Morgan.
Yes.
I'm good. Oh,
Can I? For one second, how did you say these creatures were made again? You told me
They are-
earlier, but I already forgot.
They are made from the bonding of archaic
Ah.
material
You know? Yeah.
and cogs
It's
machinery
German.
to an actual creature.
Yeah. Okay. No, I remember that part, but I thought you said like were they made
They are
by
They
people or were
are they are
they?
made by they were made by people during an age known as the Golden Age. This is pre-void, and they are all
Okay.
powered by a archaic battery. Almost, it is basically a battery. It's a giant gem, which holds enough of their life essence to count as a battery. And these creatures,
Okay.
most creatures, larger sized ones, were hunted down for those batteries to be used in like airships, lightning ray,
Okay.
giant battle tanks, kind of thing. There's things to basically power.
sorry, roll it back real quick. Giant battle tanks.
Yeah, giant battle tanks.
Okay.
Hey, you've got several
Can
empires
I-
with
We don't
airships.
question. Yeah, I was going to say we
Morgan,
don't
can I
question.
do something very stupid, story building wise for my character? Can I do something very stupid?
You can certainly try.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is basically I start doing something on my shield and then pulling out something that for the other people would look like another sword that is slightly bigger than my one that I normally use, but the bird would recognize it as one of the flappy things on his wings, like the one that keeps him up. You know what you said?
Okay, so you're pulling out a aileron flap
Yes.
out of your. Okay, all right.
It was
Okay,
like embedded in the shield on the inside.
okay, okay.
I'll explain. If it comes up.
Okay. You watch as the elephant has pulled this random, what looks like a
Shiny.
sword. It's a random looking like a sword kind of thing, except it's got no sharp edge to it. And no handle. Right. I now need you all to decide who is sleeping in the cave.
I am, after speaking with the rock.
Okay.
So
DM.
how would the rock react to that, to the flap?
It's looking at you slightly questioning.
Okay.
It's silly.
DM.
Mm-hmm.
When I went outside, I wanted to, before I called up in a ball, I'm just going to backtrack a little bit. Can I look for the source that I heard in Primordial?
Oh, sure. Yes, make a perception check.
This
Okay, I would
always
like
goes
to say
well.
something to the cock. In Loxodon, of course.
Ah! 7!
Cool. I'll let you see what the source was, mostly because it's kind of memey. You look down the very side of the cliff,
Mhm,
and you see there's a very nice beach at the bottom.
mhm.
It's not accessible to anything else other than the water or jumping down, landing on the beach. And you see there is a rock elemental, an air elemental, a fire elemental, and 2 water elementals. The 2 water elementals are currently splashing around in the ocean. The rock elemental is just chilling out by the rocks and stuff like that. And the fire and air elementals are quite literally on deck chairs.
Good shit.
And they
Because
look like
this-
they're just chilling out.
Incus uses free action to tilt head in confusion, and then calls him to a ball.
Right. Rosin,
I won't speak Lixodon.
Yes.
you were speaking to Burb.
Yes, I will speak to Burb. I will speak to the bungee.
What are you speaking to the budgie?
I want to ask him a question.
Okay.
So, so from what you've told me so far and how you reacted to the Sigil of Calm, you are the protector of Thorn, are you not?
Fern and I have an understanding rather than me being a protector. He uses my nest. In exchange, I keep him safe from trespass. Although he's
Me being a friend and servant of Thorn indirectly by being a priest of Koln, I would fall under that same agreement, wouldn't I?
Your kind would fall under that agreement, yes. The one who you pray to? Not so much in my opinion, but your kind protects you. So, I'd protect you at least. That is if Ern agreed to let me.
Is there any possibility I can speak with Thurn before nightfall?
Allow me to try and have a word with him, and stay here. I believe the rest of your party members are settling in for what may be a long night.
I still want to speak to
Blurt
Burb.
is now testing if he can use Druidcraft to kind of light his bone finger on fire without it doing anything.
It's trying to light itself on fire.
Morgan,
But-
I still want to trumpet at the Burb, by the way.
Yes,
Okay.
Motherfucker's becoming a living torch.
because it's literally I can light or snuff out a candle if I need to.
Arcana check followed by dexterity save, please. Depending.
Intelligence
Dex
of
save
8.
depend-
Wait, intelligence? You said-
Intelligence of
Uh,
8.
Sorry, Arcana.
Arcana, it'd be 8.
8. Okay. That dex save, please.
12.
Okay. Yeah, you can light your finger on fire.
Me?
Oh, mind blown.
It's not going out. It's not going out. Your hand is on fire. You start running around the cave with your hand on fire. It's not hurting. It's on fire.
He knows he's not in pain, but he's still like reacting to it like and running around like a living fucking torch.
As you're running around, you don't trip over any of the large rocks, boulders, bones that there are around the cave. You're fine. You stay on your feet. Your hand is on fire.
Even with like Druidcraft, I'm trying to like snuff it, and I'm just like back, snuff, 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 snuff.
You keep on every time you do stuff, you snuff out one of the top ends of one of the fingers, and then the fire then spreads back up to it. So by the time you've like tried to snuff out at least 3 of them, as soon as you go to do the 4th one, one of the 3 that you originally tried to snuff out is caught back on fire.
I would like to do something.
I would
Okay.
also
I want to Eldritch Blast Klurt's hand, but transmute it to water.
Ooh. Roll to hit. And I will add a.
That's an 8. Can I roll with advantage because it's the only bright thing to aim at in the entire room?
It's anything
Fair enough.
brighter than your future. Yeah, sure. Roll with
Alright.
advantage.
Motherfucker. Okay, 14.
Club, what's your AC?
These meters.
Okay. Let me have a look.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize I was talking with my brother. No, it does not
What's your-
hit me. My AC is 15. So
Okay.
Clint is still running around like snuff, snuff, snuff.
Ingo's
Okay, I'm just gonna
also-
finger pistol Eldritch Bolt after Eldritch Bolt.
Okay.
Because
by
I
the way, I'm adding
say-
an extra. I'm also adding an extra 3 for the AC, only due
Because
to the
it's a
fact that you're
called-
trying to target a single part.
Okay, yeah,
Usually
fair.
it would
It
be a
could also-
5.
I usually, or it'd be disadvantage for a
No,
called shot like that.
I'm giving him an extra AC to it.
Oh no, that's fine. I can target specific parts. I'm a spell sniper.
You are. Never mind. In that case, it's just a straight roll for you. Forgot about that.
For gore, I still want to trumpet
Alright.
the bird.
So next one also misses.
Okay.
That one really misses. Natural 1.
Wow.
Alright. Roll damage for me.
Okay. That's a water splash
Cool,
that does
go
5
swear.
damage.
You watch as this bolt. Yes, Toby. I will get to you in a
No.
minute.
I know.
Everybody watches as this eldritch blast with this bolt of water that was hurtling kind of from a finger blast, hits the eel,
Oh no.
and you watch the eel. So it hits the eel's head, and you watch the eel's head kind of start filling with water. One more hit like that, and it might pop.
No.
Continue.
Once more.
Yeah.
Still trying to hit the fucking hand.
Still trying to hit the crazy goblin running around.
Incus
Thank
must
God,
pass.
23.
Wait, advantage?
Yeah,
Advantage?
because the only dark thing.
It is the only. It is the only thing which is. This is the only source of fire and light currently in the cave that isn't the light from the from outside.
So 23 to hit.
Okay,
It'll
you get
hit.
That's 1
Right.
point of water damage.
perfect.
It's actually
hit
good to
him.
roll low damage on this.
You hit. It wouldn't do any damage
That
to Clutch
game
himself,
will kill me.
Okay.
but you splash Clutch's hand with water, and you watch as most of it hits the sides of the flames. And
And
Clutch,
Clark's
you are
still trying
just
to
left.
snuff. He's still
You
trying
are
to just
you
snuff,
are
snuff,
left with your pinky finger and your thumb still on fire,
snuff,
but
snuff,
everything
snuff,
else is out.
snuff, 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 snuff.
And after several attempts of basically shouting snuff, they go out eventually, and you are left with a slightly sooty color to your hand.
GG. Good job, Clark.
He's turned a bone hand into a charcoal hand.
Okay.
Okay.
Clark's just going back and now is starting to eat his eel.
I'm just gonna face back towards where the rock is, put my hand up like on next to my mouth and just over my shoulder. You're welcome.
Maybe.
Yes, I want to trumpet the bird. So I say to him in
Bird is not back yet.
remember the language. What was it called? Yes, in Loxodon. I tell him I
The
believe
bird
this
hasn't
belongs
left
to
yet,
you.
by the way.
Oh, I thought.
This is just before the bird will go.
Okay.
So I guess as it's turning around or something, I say to the bird, I think this belongs to you. Laying it on the ground in front of me, saying like kneel down, bowing my head a little.
Your watcher look down towards you. Go. Hearing it, responding back and looks down and goes, "It may not be mine, but it's possibly one of my brethren's. So for that, I thank you for returning it at least." And you'll see it pick it up and then disappear into the back end of the cave. Almost looks like the thing starts shrinking in size as it disappears. Right. I now need to know who, for the evening, as Guido turns on his AC, as you turn on your AC.
Shut up. It's hot in here.
I know.
It's 29 fucking 29.5 degrees Celsius in my gaming room right now. I am sweating my ass off. I am literally sitting in my underwear.
Right. I need to know who, if anybody, is sleeping in or outside of the cave. Where is people sleeping?
I'm
I am
joining.
waiting for the rock to return before I decide that.
Okay. Right. Those of you who aren't waiting for anything,
Yeah, I'm joining Incus outside.
you're joining Incus outside.
Incus
Okay.
is already curled up.
Blood's inside, outside.
Inside. He's inside the cave. But also, I would like to ritual cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
I'm curious,
Joel.
so I'm going to basically... So basically it takes me 10 minutes to cast and I don't have to use a spell slot since I'm ritual casting. And yeah, I'm going to just sit there, just kind of letting, just with the
How
charcoal
big of a
hand.
radius is it?
It is a 30-foot, anything that's within 30 feet of me, but he's going to be walking around the cave.
Stu, forget your thing's a 30-foot, isn't it? You've got set up already.
For
Your divine ping, that's a 30-foot, isn't it?
it's gone.
Just
It's
like a
60
nick it.
foot.
As a 60-foot. No, I was gonna yoink it. Never
No,
mind.
it's
Right.
mine's 60 foot.
But he's also walking around. After he's done casting, he is
Okay,
walking
as you're
around, so
walking, as you're walking around, you get pings across the entirety of the walls that everything here is magic. Everything about this cave is magic.
Anything that's not on the walls that is magic.
The floor, the ceiling, anything attached to those, the fish, the eel as well. Magic.
That's fair. Very fair. After the 10 minutes, he's just like, "Ugh. I'm tired now. I'm gonna pass out now," and just falls flat on his face and just starts snoring.
After about those 10, 15 minutes are up, the rock returns. And
It's real close above my face. Right in my
Okay.
grill.
So if the rock is back, Clert's like just about to go to pass out and go to sleep.
I'm just trying to look it in the. I'm just trying to look it in the face.
he tries to look into the face. It is looking into the face. Perfect. Right. The rock returns and goes, "My master is sleeping, but return early in the morning, and you will have a meeting with him."
I would wish to rest in this cave if you wouldn't bother.
You can feel free to rest in this cave. I do warn you, there are security measures in place for those who misbehave.
So no practical jokes.
Do something which may be considered hostile, and you'll find out.
Very well.
Clert's
I'm just gonna sit in this corner and
Yeah.
get my nap there.
The
Cler-
rock
By the way, Mong, I wrote you something. In the
Clert is gonna go sleep in the eel. He's gonna go sleep in the eel.
I don't think that's good.
Toby, that's okay.
I don't
kind
know
of
to what
was-
extent because I don't know how far I can go,
Yep.
but yeah.
Actually, no, that's kind of cool.
I would like to eat my rations as well before we go
I would
sleep.
like to eat that.
Clert just is like,
Toby,
The awkward silence. The fucking awkward silence.
Toby.
Wait,
Maybe
you're
the reason why you have a TPK. Right.
anyway.
You all start to rest. Are you all taking turns in resting? So somebody's keeping watch, or are you all resting?
Clert
I'm
is
trusting
just
the rock.
he's taunting with like it's like the tauntaun situation in episode 5 with Clert and the eel. He's like in the eel sleeping.
I am both disappointed and impressed.
Yes.
Can I actually 1 second? I'm thinking something, Morgan, to your question.
And a small goblinoid has passed out in an eel.
Yep.
The two outside taking turns, or just
I'm-
sleep.
What
I will-
I'm thinking is, can I
Hang on,
do
hang
a-
on, Toby. Hang on, Toby. Two outside.
Yes, that's
I
me
w-
one. That's why I'm
I
thinking.
would recommend
I know, I was
taking
waiting for Steve first.
shifts.
Okay. Toby?
I'm thinking, can I? No, never mind. Yeah, no, shifts it is.
Shifts? Alright.
Shifts it is.
I need a perception check from each one of you shortly. Rest of
Okay.
you in the cave. All slept or
Sleep.
all slept? Alright.
Both slip or nay.
All nip slip.
10.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, let me do perception check too. 1 second. I have advantage on that anyway. 10 and then no, it's 12 and overall, and that's 2. Okay, yeah, 12 is my higher one. Since I have advantage.
Right. The shifts for the two outside seem
Mhm.
quiet enough. As
Okay.
far as you can see, nothing changes during the night.
Okay.
And the morning comes to you all. And I would quite like to take a about 10-15 minute break here. Only
Oh,
because
love
I
that.
am struggling with a little bit of needing some energy. So I say we take a 10-15 minute break.
You
Come
get
back
a
in
long rest? by the way?
You all get a long rest, yes.
Perfect.
Yay! Very much needed for Incas. Half
Oh
health
no,
and,
Clark definitely needed it for spell slots.
he
Oh,
was
yeah,
out
I'm
of
favored by
spell
the gods
slot.
again. Woo!
Anyway, guys, we'll be back in about 10 to 15 minutes. We'll see you then.
And we back. Hello, humans. Welcome back from the break. Now, Party has adjusted what they were, all their spells and stuff like that. They've had a long rest. Congratulations. Right. Thought of a new day. You've all woken up by the sounds of almost screeching sound of metal being dragged against the floor. You all can just about put it together that it's possibly the bird returning. And sure enough, those of you who slept close to the bird's area watched as this very large metallic rock comes out of the small hole in the wall, looks to you all and goes,
I'm in the eel right now.
looks to most of you and goes, Thurn will see you. Preferably shortly or as quickly as you can.
Clerk's just climbing out of the eel, and he's just covered in this stuff. Eel fucking.
Is climbing out of the eel. Statements I wasn't expecting to hear.
Yeah, I was about to say that's a fucking
Not quite a shark eating a cheeseburger level, but you know.
Ingus
Okay,
is
so
going
let
to
me
or
yeet
tweet
myself in
over.
here.
Or tweet
See, we need
myself.
that
Tweet.
quote channel.
Cover me while I tweet Snoop
I'm
Dogg,
Huh?
because you know.
Maybe I'm
We
Tell
need
me
that
will I
quote
tweet
channel.
Snoop Dogg.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
do you know
forgot
what?
about
Fucking
that.
Mogler.
Yeah, exactly.
Hang
Protect
on.
me while I tweet
What-
Snoop
what-
Dogg.
What's up, Smithy?
I said we need that quote channel.
Yes,
So,
we
yeah.
do. I have. It is on my list of random bullshittery things to have added to the server.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Unfortunately, we all know that most of the quotes on there will end up being stupid shit that I've said.
Yes.
No, it's
Mhm.
gonna be
That's
what a
kind
lot
of
of
whole
us
channel,
said. Let's
Morgan.
be honest. And same
And
with either us playing
yeah.
D&D or Overwatch.
Oh yeah.
Rachel, I'm still editing part 1 of the next.
Oh yeah.
one,
How
by the
goes
way.
your editing of the round 2 electric boogaloo of us fucking pulling the same fucking thing again?
I haven't even done half of the freaking video, and
Fair.
it's supposed to
Right.
be coming out tomorrow.
It's fine.
Well,
You've got
then
enough.
I know what you're going to be doing tomorrow.
Crying.
Crying and
No,
editing.
remember, Steve. Actually, Steve, remember, crying
Crying
is a free
free
act.
option. Yeah.
Right, where is the motherfucking tiny thing? Where is it? There it is.
Don't talk. It's average.
You're average.
Your
Actually,
mother's average. Truly?
do you want to know the average penis size in Germany?
No.
No.
Why I know it is not even. I didn't want to know it either. I got told it
Uh,
by somebody else.
I can
And
purge
I
him.
didn't want to hear it from that person either.
Morgan, you know what to do.
You know the rules, and so do I.
Execute Order 66.
Oh, I can't execute him yet. Never mind. Who got him? Who got him
I got
first?
it. Got
You
him.
got it.
I'll put it
Alright.
in logs.
I hate you for a single reason, and that was because I needed
Also,
to find my
you know,
Discord and all
you
my
broke
chaos.
your own rule as well, I'd like to point out.
No. It's worth it just for the
Yeah.
log.
Yes.
You broke the rules, and so do I.
I hate you, Mo. I hate you, Mo.
That's my whole reason in life, Steve.
Now
Hang
Steve's
on, I need to
stuff is
tab
gonna
out.
get monetized.
Understand.
Wait, you
Wait,
tab out?
when
I'm constantly tabbed out. I only tab
Never gonna
in.
No. I'm just.
Right.
There we go.
looking at-
It's in staff logs.
There we go.
Hang on. The
That's
stuff of us are going to have a look. Hey, this
Yeah.
is
And you're supposed to be a
This
leave
is-
of absence, though.
this is screenshot
Hmm.
worthy, and this is like
Shut up, Toby.
general. This is like general screenshot worthy, honestly.
What did he put it as?
Just
What-
screenshot it and paste it in general chat.
That's all I'm going
What
to
did
do.
he write it as?
No context. No context. Just no context,
I
and that's
think
just gonna
I
like.
think that can go into Meme Central actually, not general.
Oh, true. Hang on. Meme Central instead. Fair, true.
I think it's valid to go into there.
Yeah, that's that. There we go. Meme Central instead. And yes, I love the fact it's also in the logs because I deleted it. Yes! All according to plan. Right. For those who don't know, yeah, I'll just leave that as is. Anyway, right.
For those that are
Back
not on my
to-
Discord, you should probably join my Discord.
Yeah, actually, yes. For those who are not on the Discord, join the Discord. We've actually kind of made it working, maybe, possibly.
I love that input, Morgan. You're not wrong.
It
but...
It functions better than it has done before.
Long swig of my drink.
I'm
Peter,
gonna
did you
take a
see?
sip of my beer to not laugh about that statement.
Right.
Motherfucker, this place is held together with fucking duct tape and tears. What are you on about?
Peter,
It's
did you
tears
see
of
the
several
response to?
people now. Duct tape and tears of several people. Anyway, right. Excluding the collapsing of the server side, back to D&D. You'll watch as the rock kind of stands in front of you and goes, "You can see Third now, but he's not himself, so just be warned." And you watch as the rock drops its size to that of a small bird and goes flying into the city.
I just need to know, is it the size of a budgie?
It is indeed the size of a budgie. It
Okay.
is the
Bert-
size of a
Bert
a
is
large
following
parrot.
the bird like, ooh, 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 he.
You're going after the shiny metal bird.
Yes.
Right.
Toey, you dare? I will
I
kick
am
you.
kidding because of the server collapsing. That's why.
No.
Haha, funny moment, bullying myself for my own mistakes. I'm gonna take the liberty of moving.
Okay.
Maybe up.
You all enter a large, ornately carved area. There's a huge rock face. Large amounts of archaic runes surround the entirety of the room, including on the walls, floors, and ceiling. Those who know Draconic, they're all marked as ones of death.
Oh.
They are all ones which will kill everybody apart from two creatures.
The
I'm
rock.
pretty sure-
And you
And the
see
dragon.
the rock has landed in a very specific spot, and this other figure has not moved off of this singular rock that they're sat on.
Incus puts up his hands. We come in peace, I believe you're third.
You come in peace or pieces. It makes no difference to me. Hang on. I recognize. Oh, the little one.
Hello.
I recognize you all. It's a pleasure to be reacquainted again. I see you've acquired some. You appear to have acquired a friend.
Incus Pals, I come with grave news, though.
Let me guess. Scholl sent you to kill me.
Yes,
Indeed,
I'm pretty sure.
Hold it, small one. We do not tend to do that.
Well, I
You
hope not.
seek-
After all, I offered you the map.
Indeed. We come
The issue
for
is that Shaw
agreements.
also has a map.
And you didn't fight him. Huh.
We are not currently equipped enough to face a foe of such fierce stature.
He was able to crush stuff with just a movement of his hand. So we come to you to ask for aid.
Pretty sure he was trying to take my soul or something, or make me a blood sacrifice.
Hang on, 1 second. He crushed something with his hand, and he tried to take your soul, pointing,
Yes.
looking directly towards Clark. Because he tried to take your soul.
Yes, he
I
did.
think he was. Yeah. think so. Yeah.
Friend, what has time done to you? You're looking at this figure now, and you can see now. You know this motherfucker's a dragon,
Mhm.
but he's looking like a goblin. A dark blue, slightly gem-colored, gem kind of skin-colored goblin with these two ornate swords kind of on his back, and is kind of just sat kind of cross-legged on a rock, and the bird is now landed on another stalagmite.
Claire kind of answers just, to be perfectly honest, I don't remember anything of anything. I woke up. I woke up with an arm missing, and yeah, I've been slowly losing my mind. Yeah,
Slowly.
I mean, let's be honest, my mind is probably already lost from how much time I spent out by myself, but you know, I don't think I've fully lost myself yet.
I think you lost a lot.
Morgan.
Probably.
I mean, you already lost your arm, so what's left?
Yeah.
So,
The arm can be replaced. It's fine. I can fix it. It's fine.
DM.
1 second.
Yeah. No stress-a-roni, pepperoni.
You watch, Plot, as the dragon, as this goblinoid looks towards you and goes, perhaps this may jog your memory. And he pulls out a metal kind of object from his back, from behind his back. And you watch him kind of twist it slightly, and you see a sparking of electricity come off of it. And he rolls it towards you. He goes, maybe this will jog your memory. After all, it was yours. Is yours, I should say.
yeah.
Clark just kind of takes his bone hand and he just picks it up.
You pick up what now starts to grow in your hand, a spear. Well, more of a javelin than a spear in shape. And you watch it start sparking. This kind of small amounts of lightning courses through it. And you feel a connection to it. This item, you've held it before. You have a sense that it fits your hand perfectly. But you can't remember from when.
So it's just kind of holding it and just kind of staring at it.
If you mind me asking your greatness, would you help us to get rid of Shoal?
I could. As I Nick, refresh your character sheet.
Okay.
DM.
1 second.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You
I just
You
muted my mic to light, sorry.
Incus,
good.
you look as Fern turns to you and goes, I can be of assistance, although I have faith that you all can remove of this threat to us. After all, you have numbers on your side.
He nods.
Hell, you've even gotten a traitor from his, looking towards Silly. Although, you're
Pretty sure the elephant likes alcohol. I'm pretty sure Shoal is bribing the elephant with alcohol. I think that's what you call it anyway.
well, if that's the case. You appear to be good with your hands, Elephant. I can tell. At least, fuck off. At least from
What?
using mechanical object. I'll have a
Well-
think about that when this is all over.
My facial expression would change after he said that to, well,
What does he mean?
big eyes.
We've got a traitor with us.
Oh,
Inca
right,
start out the elephant.
you watch his thumb, puts his hand up and goes, I can answer that one. Now, your elephant friend here, well, he's not been truthfully honest with you. I can tell that. In fact, he's not been truthfully honest with Shoal either. Have any of you heard of the Great Library? You know, the one in this empire before
Let me
the
make a
war.
history check.
Yes, everybody make a history check for me. See who remembers.
Clerk,
Well, I guess
if I
I'm
roll a
not
natural
because
20, Clerk's just gonna like be from.
Nope.
Oh, actually, not too bad. Clerk gets an 18, even though he has he's never been to a library. At least when he's
I rolled 3.
walking up.
Can I have advantage since my character is from literally? Wow, that was shit.
yeah, Mong, I'm guessing I'm not
No,
rolling
that's
that.
not shit compared to me.
8.
Alright, anybody above a 14?
Me. I'm the only one.
You dropped the
actually, no.
DC. If you dropped the DC by 10, I still wouldn't make it.
Mong, I'm guessing I'm not rolling it because,
No,
yeah.
Right. Flood, you know precisely of exactly where this thing is.
Even though
The
I've
Great
probably
Library.
never been there.
You've never been there. Actually, no, you've been there. You think you've been there? Maybe? All you know is it's in the void now. It's at the center of the void. It's apparently where the void started from. It
Hmm.
used to be a giant library with texts of the entire history, as well as also the what is simply known as the Solar Forge, a forge powered by the sun
Oh.
to create these automatons and mechanical creatures.
It's just a forge powered by a sun.
Yeah,
Solar Forge.
it's just casually just a forge powered by the sun.
I was going to say it's powered by a solar panel.
It's a fucking solar panel.
It's just a regular forge powered by a solar
It's the
panel.
Eco Forge.
Instead of creating creatures to plug a USB into them just to charge them.
If my mug was filled with beer instead of lemonade, I would be drunk by now with how quickly I'm drinking it.
Cheers, bro. I'll drink to that. Anyway.
I'll drink to that.
Clerk's just like, I feel like I've heard of that place before. Like the same as the stab, like spear javelin thing. Feels
Yes.
similar.
Well, I'm
I just
good.
can't. He's just kind of like holding his. Can't remember.
Do you remember?
I could try to help you with that, my friend. However, let me explain. I think we should address the elephant in the room. I haven't been able to say it to character. Right.
Clerk's just like, are we addressing that elephant right there, or are we addressing a different elephant?
There's a different elephant? My eyes are being quite dull after these years.
My patron taught me to trust you.
Oh
Didn't
yes, you've
tell
all been
me-
chosen by the challenger.
He pulls out the symbol of salt.
You notice that I
patron.
put down my shield and weapon.
Huh. So you're one of Soul. You turning towards Razan, going, you're cold.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of you are the challengers chosen. Well,
Slash,
you all are, anyway.
I'm sorta with Thurn too. That too. I don't know. don't know.
One of you here is with. Yes, one of you used to be part of the old oak. That's
My
long
patron
past.
told me to trust you, not to Shawl. How can I
Well,
trust
it
him?
would make sense trusting one of your similar kind. So, that vampire.
Vampire?
But
Incus looks at Fern with a curious look in his eye.
You didn't realize. Until I thought that you would be quite smart.
Some of us more than others.
Well, I know who the smartest one here is, clearly. Looking towards Clunt.
He just kind of
After all,
weighs.
After all, my friend here would never do anything that isn't well
Perfectly
thought
safe.
out.
Can you
Uh.
tell us why we should trust him? He points at the elephant in the room.
Because he's mine.
Hmm.
Or at least was. I
Incus
recognize
tilts
the
his head
armor.
in confusion.
So I'm gonna walk over here, kneeling down and bowing my head,
Been a while,
saying,
friend.
"Still at your service."
He. For those of you who I need to explain this to, you know the Void happened. There was a war just before the Void. And during a battle for the library, the Void was formed, splitting our continent in two. And other continents, but us. Well, those trapped in the Void changed. I'm sure you've seen it with some of them. And it seems my little friend here, pointing towards Claude, was
Well,
affected
Rosanna's-
by that.
While he's talking, Rosanna's just going to pull down the sleeves on his robe a little further.
Alright. And some of my dearest allies and trusted. Well, you all used to try to call yourselves some fun names. But weapons of war inventors were, well, you created the war machines, created the rocks, or at least the giant mechanical birds, that is. But you've returned my ally to me, and you've returned my friend. So it is only natural that I aid you in your quest to. Actually, you know what? I'll give you a proposition. Shoal challenged you. Shoal told you to fight me, didn't he?
He told us to kill you and bring him your head.
He gave you
Severed
what? 40.
head.
He gave you what? 48 hours.
Yes,
Mhm.
Exactly.
I think so. 4. That is, yeah.
The rise of the Shadow Moon. That would be typical of him.
Incus looks directly into his history books.
Again, quick flips out a book and is now just starts
Is it a book? So,
fretfully
hang on.
through pages.
He said something important. He said something important.
He said something important. Fuck! History books.
Quick, he's
Where did
dropping
it-
more.
He's dropping lore.
No,
Shut up.
It's Incus's way of saying, wait, I've heard this before. Fuck!
You are saying the Shadow Moon will take place in 36 hours?
The Shadow Moon. Well,
Please don't run
currently
again.
you have 34 hours and roughly a few minutes. But the Shadow Moon, it's when all the two moons align where you can start to open the vault. You know, the dragon vault,
Mm-hmm.
the great machine, the second. You know it's a vault. I have part of the map to the key. Shoal has another part, and there's a third. But the third was lost to time. But I have the part which says where it is. Or at least where that, and most where it is. You still need another map to figure it out.
We need
But
Charles.
You need a map to a map. Okay. Sounds
you would
complicated.
require both mine and Shoal. And the last I heard, this. Oh, what was it? No, it wasn't the sea creature, because the sea creature ate that one. And it wasn't that because that
What?
got eaten by that.
But
You hear him muttering to himself, don't you? No, it wasn't the sea creature. No, it wasn't that one. Which god was it again? Begins with
Can
a
I help
C.
him in his?
Begins with a
What?
C.
Morgan, would I know?
You would. You would know. And
Can I say
the,
what
the,
and help
the
him?
name that you're thinking currently is Kimchi.
I believe you're thinking of Kimchi. He sits in.
Kimchi. The Challenger. Yes. Well, I wonder what
Incus
that
takes
bird's
his
doing.
head out of his book with his small little spectacles on his snout.
Hey, again, quick flips glasses on and rifling through a book. It's just like I can just imagine it.
can Razan interject?
You sure you're not playing a wizard, Nasty? Um,
Can Razan interject?
you can.
Razan is going to conjure a black, flamey looking picture of Kimchi, of the Challenger, above his hand. Is this the person you are talking to? Or talking about?
Describe the image that you show.
The image I'm showing is of a small. Well, it's black because it's black flames, but
Yep.
apart from the pitch black flames, it is basically a small owlin in the form that I have last seen him.
Okay. He's a bit more grown up, but you've got his likeness. You've seen him. Huh.
Seen him, conversed with him, had tea with him, ate crumpets with him.
Yes, those crumpets did confuse me.
They're rock hard.
They also break every law in existence of magic, and
We don't.
I
question-
swear they levitate.
We don't
Like that-
question the crumpets.
Never
We
question
never
it.
question the crumpets.
Like the bird, I mean, for a god. The most important. Okay, I'll explain about gods, because after we know what gods are. Gods are almighty powerful things. But when you become a god, or at least one of the true gods, you can basically be granted a power.
What?
Some you get gifted powers by the other gods. For example, Kimchi, the Challenger, was gifted his title of the Challenger in order to create the next true god through his challenges, and joining those grouped together to create a band of heroes known as the Challengers Chosen. And they would go out, slay a god, and become gods themselves. So says the laws and studies. This bird, first thing it does, reaching true godhood. You know what its wish is? But it is granted by the eternal flame, by the great machine. Fucking crumpets. Fucking crumpets. I mean, they're good crumpets.
It must really like, what is that? Like bits of bread?
It's a type of bread. It's a sweet bread.
Oh, ooh, that sounds really good. I wouldn't blame him if he got that. That sounds pretty good.
So
It's-
this god has chosen to have infinite crumpets? Eagles looks confused.
Like I said,
That sounds
not
very
all
good.
true gods are meant to become true gods. Some it just happened. It's. I mean, he's not done anything too bad yet. Well,
About that.
I heard
Uh,
he broke space and time, but that's
So-
normal.
So, about
I
the
I
not too
see
bad.
you- I can tell you've been a part of one of his challenges. You have a glint about him on you, a token you've had, or held, at least.
You mean the reason I can do this? And as everyone is standing in this room, the walls turn black, everything turns black. It is like you are standing in the void.
Even with dark vision?
Even with dark vision.
Dog
Oh.
vision?
It is like you are outside the train
there's
in the
dark
void,
vision.
just standing inside the void.
I mean,
A true void touch. Huh. And I thought your kind were wiped out. I'm assuming you weren't like that. That's
No.
a token. That is probably a token.
I got a pin. Hee
I'm going to show him just the outer rim of the Platinum Challenger token.
He looks at it and goes, you still have one? And you... Then why come to me for your help?
I am now going to speak to him telepathically.
Okay.
Just excluding every single other person, apart from the people that can speak void, because they are somehow linked into the conversation, unbeknownst to me.
which is me.
So, which in this case is just Klurt.
However, you speak and you feel a sense of you can possibly try to block it. So only one, you can only
I
speak to an
want to
individual.
try to.
Make a Arcana check for me.
Natural one.
Oh, nope, definitely not blocking it.
Not blocking it.
You start to try to block it out, and all you hear is sandwich, 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 sandwich.
Anyway, I could listen.
Okay, I'm just going to
No,
try to
you don't
ignore the
want
sandwich,
to
sandwich,
avoid
sandwich,
it.
sandwich, sandwich.
Sandwich, sandwich, sandwich.
Fucking Klurt's mine.
I speak to
Sandwich.
Thurn.
Always wonder what's going on inside their head.
The issues of these gods will not be solved by a different tyrant taken over.
Philosophy.
I could indeed solve this issue as we stand. However, that would not solve the issue at large. You do know what I'm talking about, don't you?
You speak with reason. Well, of course you would. As part of my kind. Of course you'd speak in reason. But why would he gift you one of those?
Inkus is just
As a token of trust, perseverance, and I think because he is just a chaotic goblin.
Did he release a Goostra? He released
No,
one of those
worse,
in the
he-
Void one.
No, worse, he unleashed a 40-foot giant slime.
Ah, the slimes. Yeah, that could have been worse. Could have been worse.
I don't know.
No one else
I
sees.
think
No one else can hear this conversation. They just see Razan's face just
Other
go.
than Klurt, Klurt is like,
apart from Klurt, yeah.
and Klurt
But
is
everyone
just,
else can just see Razan's face just turns absolute fucking horror.
I've
And then
seen
all you
how
hear,
it is.
all you hear in your mind for a slight second after a pause is sandwich. Actually, no, you hear sandwiches and crumpets.
Smell like sandwiches.
Oh god, we've told him a new word. He's learning, ladies and
no.
gents.
I'm gonna drop the void veil, by the way.
You all watch as the veil kind of flickers around and disappears beside you all, leaving you back in the cave.
Retracts back into my shadow.
Incus is just looking at the elephant, waiting for the rock to do something.
You watch as the rock kind of snaps back slightly, being petted. And then realizes that
chuckles.
the elephant is doing a mix of petting and also checking mechanically. And you watch the rock. You watch as the city presses slightly underneath one of the rocks, almost where the ear could be for like a humanoid. Presses it, and you watch the bird's wings just drop to the ground. And then it almost sounds like it starts panting and wagging its tail feathers.
It's going into dog mode.
I'm sorry, what the fuck is that thing?
I don't know, but I find it quite interesting.
Like I was explaining before, your friend here decided to show me he's played with gods before. Right, silly here. At least is that what you're going by? Again?
Did you give him that name?
No, that was pointing towards Claude. That one.
I'm assuming the surname as well, then.
Yes, if you mean the big.
The bird, which is interesting and is acting like a dog. Incus is using
You see
reaction to
Fern
look
looks
confused.
slightly confused. You see Fern looks slightly confused. Look over and goes, "Oi! Leave the bird alone. He's here to protect me. You've
I'll
turned him
turn
into
him
a
back into combat mode
puppy.
in a second.
You've turned him into a puppy. He was hunting
Turn him-
you.
Okay, and I just answer. I'll turn him back into combat mode in a second.
Okay.
This protector also said that you weren't yourself. What did he
Yeah.
mean?
Guido's just been stabbed.
Oh, I fell I fell with my chair. Oh, motherfucker.
Guido, were you doing a thing with your chair, like leaning back into it too much?
Yeah.
You absolute idiot.
Dipshit. You spanner.
There goes a
It just
very
started
serious...
tipping over. Oh.
That's me
Oh,
having
the
a very...
ribs.
That's me having
Very
this very
serious,
serious...
very serious role building
This
session.
isn't the first time, I don't
Guido,
think. I think
with
he's fallen
gravity.
out of his chair before.
I
The
challenged
fucking
gravity.
Hollywood
I-
we had before.
I lost.
You never challenge gravity.
So,
Guido, it's not
so-
even a
so-
month since I've been
so
in here.
Guido
You've
just
fallen off
rolled a
twice.
natural one in real life for a strength saving throw.
No, a dex saving throw, let's be honest.
Motherfucker, I rolled a natural one on every single saving throw I could throw at me at that point.
That's
Oh
fair.
my god,
Yeah,
my ribs
you
hurt.
rolled.
Anyway, bring
DM,
it
did
back.
you hear my query? At least.
That's so right, Morgan.
Kind of. Before gravity ensued.
Okay.
You see Fern turn to you and go, in answer to your question, the Great Library was attacked, and I lost many men. And two of those who I lost, one of which was close to me, my friend here, pointing towards Claude, and what can only be described as, believe the term currently is engineer. Oh, engineer. People who make the machines for you, or for those who cannot fly, they make things that do. And we lost a few of them. And as you watch, as he's talking, the elephant presses the button twice, and the rock goes, wings shoot back up, and you watch its feathers kind of outlined into almost like missiles. And then they line back up into its normal wing shape. And Thunder goes, leave the bird. Leave it as it is now. Their guests said. And goes, the engineers that I lost, some got trapped in the void. Others trapped in the other side. But
You mean...
not in the void. Well, no.
No.
Some got trapped in it. But on the other side.
You mean from where the Challenger would also originate?
No, not the planes. Though some did get. Well, some of the planes were split apart. No, some got sent to. Well, I don't know actually. Turning to City, where were you sent from? If you remember, that is. Or if not. No, don't worry, it doesn't matter.
I have a question. Do you have a way to bring back any? Because I feel like I can remember, but I can't remember. Is there any way you can make it I can remember everything?
Not everything, but I know of an item which could help. And you watch him kind of trace something out with his fingers, and you watch as a constellation of a dragon appears, and it then flies it towards you, but and it reaches just in front of you and breathes a small little thing of almost stardust fire out of its mouth. And you then watch another scroll appear, and it appears and drops at your feet.
Do I recognize the constellation?
No, you don't recognize it. But you're the only one who would, being the kind of druid that you are. You immediately recognize it as the mimicry dragon. So similar to your dragon constellation, but more almost as a similar way to like a. What the best way would be? Almost like having a familiar,
Mm-hmm.
but with using it as a constellation instead.
Yeah.
And he drops a scroll at your feet and goes, "That will help you locate it." The orb of
Picks up
insight.
the scroll and just kind of holds it for a second. Opens it on the wrong side first, realizes, turns it around.
Your intelligence. You don't need to act so dumb around me, honestly.
I have one last question.
Ask away.
From here to get back to town, is Scholl actually there?
No, Shoal is not there. But Shoal will find you in 48 hours, head or not.
I have a
I
request.
think he said he'd come looking for us if we didn't make it back within 48 hours, and I think we had a plan to possibly ambush him after.
I have a plan.
We just stay here and wait.
If we wait here for him to show up at your lair, we would have the advantage, wouldn't we?
You bring up my most hated enemy to my
Oh.
door.
Also, can you
And
explain the
expect me
elementals
to help?
inside?
Oh, the ones who have parties? They're,
Right.
they're loud. We keep on having noise.
Incus looks confused.
I don't think
Some of
I
the module
personally
plane
don't.
gets split, so some of the elementals get trapped here. And they thought my lane would be a nice place for them to settle down and enjoy a nice party. And they've been like that since the void started. You
Ugh,
hear him speak through gritted teeth.
ugh. But also, I'm about to make a point. I don't think we should bring Shola over to the cave. I think that's a very bad idea. I feel like we should ambush him out in like the forest
For a
How
or
so?
just above the cliff. Oh,
I don't
listen.
say it's a bad idea. No. I just think it's unsportsmanlike of you all. Especially as challengers, chosen ones of a true god. Crumpets.
He is untouchable inside his own realm,
Of course. As most vampires are.
as you are most likely untouchable in one way or another in your own realm or lair in this cave. In this case,
I'm assuming you've plugged the runes then.
oh, you mean the ones that make light, the kiss of death, the ones that kill every single thing in this cave apart from the very specific spot that you are standing and the rock is standing right now? You mean those?
Well, you missed one, but that's close enough, yes.
Oh, close
And
enough.
you watch him point to a very tiny little bit of draconic script written just above the doorframe. And it simply reads, "Here be monsters."
What? By the way, what does the scroll actually say? I'm curious when I open
The
it.
scroll, when you open the scroll, and after turning it upside down, inside out, back to front,
Yeah, and I'm just
it-
like,
being so smart you're stupid. Here you look, and it literally just has a very badly drawn scribble of a orb and a arrow pointing towards a chest and a tower off the kind of in Monmouth. Is from where you can just about recognize where it is. It looks like it's one of the main watchtowers. But it looks almost like a toddler or yourself has drawn it.
who the fuck snickered?
Me.
Me too.
Oh my god. Clark's just like looking at it like, ah, yes. I very much remember this. I can't do this. I'm too giggly. Hang on. I
Yes.
can't. No, I am a little too giggly. I'm not like full on laughing, but I can't take it
The
right now.
fucking
I can't.
A big snowman.
Who the fuck? Who brought the piggy? Who brought the piggy? Claire is looking at it like, yes. Yes. I recognize this. Yes. Very much so. Thank you.
March.
And just like tries to roll it up, but kind of fails for a second because one end is sticking out, so he unrolls it and tries to roll it back a few times before it actually rolls properly.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You
Alright.
made me choke on my fucking beer, you asshole.
I can't. Okay, I was a little too giggly to do the voice. I'm not like laughing, but I'm just smiling like you motherfucker.
Well, Vern will turn to everybody and
huh?
go. Vern will turn to everybody and go. How about this? You've got what? 30 odd hours left until he arrives.
This time that would have been 31 hours, 47 minutes, and 23 seconds.
If a dragon could sass, if a goblin-looking creature, which you know is a dragon, could sass you, it would make sassy head shakes at you. Smarty pants. Very well.
Time clock.
Bring him here. And I'll introduce him to not just the room.
Dead or alive?
Depends. Could you think you could kill him?
I can
Wait.
certainly try.
But
He said
this-
vampire. Do I know anything
this
about
room can
vampires?
kill him right now.
Incus goes into
Hang-
his bag very quickly as soon as
Okay.
Fern says that and pulls out one singular vial of holy water.
Jesus.
Also, Flirt is like, does Flirt know anything about vampires? Since he said
Uh,
vampires, now he's thinking
History check, please.
14. How much is he thinking about sandwiches? Let's see.
No. You're not thinking. Well, you are thinking about something to do with sandwiches. You know that vampires can be killed by steak.
He has a lot.
Steak. Zoe's now
Nice.
thinking about steak sandwiches.
By steak. Nope. Apparently, if you attack them with a stake to the heart,
Motherfucker's gonna be slapping someone with a beefsteak.
Yeah, that's what I can already tell.
beef.
It's a beef steak. The beef is the handle, and he's got wood at
Well,
the
let
end
me
of
get-
it. He's like,
Let me get this straight.
"Poke."
Hmm.
Let me get this straight. Clurt's got beef with the guy?
Yes.
He does have beef with the guy, I guess. Yeah.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Fernwood turn to everyone and go, bring him here, alive, unless you want to fight him alone, without my aid. Actually, fight him if you can, without my aid. But when you need it, I am here for you, as aid. Bring him to here.
Oh god.
Incus looks at the
And
holy water in his hand.
I can help. I don't think... Well, I think that may help, but... I haven't seen it used against him in many years. After all, he helped create the void.
By any chance you have anything to help us
Wait.
with this?
He helped make the void?
He did. Honestly, I thought you all were smart enough. I thought you were all smarter than this. He'll turn towards you, Oriana, and go, I have items here and there, at least in my hoard, that is, that you could acquire. On a temporary measure, that is. I don't go
Of
sharing my
course.
treasures with anybody other than close friends.
Would
But
one of
seeing as
these...
we are in the presence of one of my close friends, and he is
Would-
protected by me,
Anything to help us with
Does
this
with
problem?
hearing close friend, does he mean the elephant or does he mean the goblin?
you see, everybody sees him looking at Claude.
Perfect. Okay.
Claude
And,
isn't any wiser and doesn't know.
No. Claude, you are still thinking about a steak made out of steak.
Yes. He's thinking now. He's like trying to picture in his head. He's like, I could do a little wooden pike, and I could have a meat steak at the end of it, and that could be my handle. And then I could poke him with it, and I'm like, he gets killed with both steaks. Yeah, that works a lot. Yeah. And he's
DM, did I see any trees in the area?
Well, not on the cliff, but not on the side of the cliff, obviously. You literally arrived to the area in a forest and then walked to get to the cliff.
You forgot
How
the
long-
fight?
You forgot you literally got ambushed in
Oh, yeah.
a forest.
Sorry.
we did get ambushed in a forest.
Also, actually, everyone make a history check for me.
Everyone?
Mhm.
Oh god.
History.
This always
16
of 'em.
well.
I have 13 in total.
7.
Puppy girl.
Damn.
Little puppy girl.
Actually, history?
God damn it, I have +4. Come on, this should be good.
Yeah, 7.
I have 13.
Right, anybody above a 12?
Yes.
Yes.
Nope.
Damn, Smithy!
Yes. Yeah, that one was good.
God damn! Alright.
That was
yeah,
a
I have.
that was a nature check, not a history.
Back.
Oh,
Oh,
Hang on.
what the hell? That's weird.
yeah, just add your plus whatever. It's fine.
Yeah, just add the
Your
plus
history
on
is the same. Your
history.
It's
history
still
is the same.
It's still the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so we have 13, 16, 21 is the people
21.
who are actually
So
going to
you
not be
all
affected by
realize that the bags were dropped by birds.
it. Mm-hmm.
Those birds looked like shadows in comparison to the giant metal rock.
Of course.
Those shadows may have possibly been summoned rather than created. So perhaps you've been set up, at least for that ambush. But no, he turns to you all and goes, I do have some items, and you can all have a look and choose your liking.
Would you
And he
happen to
points
have
toward
anything?
towards the doorway back here. He goes,
First goes over immediately and looks in.
Hey,
Hmm.
before you stop moving, Clet, he goes, not you, Clet. I need a
Oh.
word with you, alone.
Okay.
Incus walks over, slowly being cautious of the surroundings, what there is, and looks inside.
Look inside, you see a huge subterranean level. This thing is huge. Like, you see this tiny bit up here is really small, actually. Kind of little tunnels here and there, kind of humanoid sized. The entranceway is gigantic, but it's already tiny. And then you look, literally, it's a singular staircase carved into the rock going straight down. And there's pools of lava, kind of lava waterfalls and waterfalls, kind of in every direction you can see and stuff like that. There's crystals hanging off the ceiling, glowing. And just in the center is just gold and treasure.
How far down, roughly?
300 or so feet. You can tell it's at the water level of where the lake is.
I have one question before I go in there.
Of course.
Are there any traps?
The automatons won't kill you. Shouldn't. No, won't. No, shouldn't.
He enters and
Just
goes
don't do
downstairs.
anything stupid
Don't
with
do
the
any. All
weapons.
you hear is the voice of "Don't do anything stupid."
He eats himself over there.
He enters
Okay.
and carries
Okay.
downstairs.
All right.
I'm gonna start going
Um,
into.
Thurnal usher Silly and the Rock to leave the room, heading towards where lunch is.
we. Well,
And then I'm assuming
Rosalis? Sorry, yeah.
where is Arena going?
Una, are you following Incus? Or are you gonna question?
I was following and just yes.
Okay.
Oop.
Wow, that's enough.
what
Fuck
the
it. Oh well.
did he
Oh
yeet?
my god, the unbreakable wall has been broke.
The unbreakable wall has been barked up.
Oh, we borked it.
Going
Yeah, it's worked.
slowly down there. What do I notice on the walls?
I'll explain in a bit.
Okay.
Right. Rosin, you're still there.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to speak to Thurn in the Void language and looking at Klurt. It would be useless for me to leave the presence, as I will still be able to hear this conversation whether I would like to or not, since our friend is constantly broadcasting his thoughts about sandwiches and other relevant matters into my mind.
He's become that powerful. I didn't expect him to learn this power.
He didn't learn it, he is just doing it.
It's what
Cries and gibberish.
very well. And just speak no word of this to any of your fellow dragons.
You have
They
my
won't like
word
it.
as one of your kin.
Incus
watch him
is
step-
spoon for no apparent reason.
Yeah, yes,
This-
there's
this- this is
Incus, your
situ-
spidey, your dragony senses are tingling.
Is
And
this the
you,
situation where everybody else meets up besides me and Guido? Or
yes, please, actually, if everybody else can.
Should I also?
Yes, please.
Oh
Do
yeah.
you want the stream to hear this or not?
The stream can, but Steve, you won't.
I can't do that.
Take
'cause,
off your headset.
That's
Yes, you
fine, that's
can. You
fine,
can
that's
walk
fine.
away. Just walk
Yes,
away
this
from
is-
the fucking computer.
Don't
Well, I'll
worry.
DM
Headset,
you when you get
whatever.
back.
Don't worry.
Fine, I'll be back in a few.
Right. Clut. You you watch as Thurn walks towards you. This old-looking goblin walks up to you, taps your
With my
shoulder.
dirty face and just like looking like I've been through a ringer half the
He ta-
time.
He taps your shoulder, and then also grabs your bone arm, and your arm starts changing to a bluish metal. The bone starts getting a layer cover over it. This metal that almost looks like dragon scales. And he goes,
Do I have like the pointy dragon hand kind of thing, like the
kind
nails?
of slightly, yes. But it's more still more still of bone rather than the end nails. It's still bone, but it's metal and has kind of draconic scales on it now. And he goes, I was told to return these to you, or at least return this to you, once you'd returned to me. And I'm sure that your friend here will keep this power safe at least.
You have my word.
And with that, Claude, you've acquired the gift of the metallic dragon.
Of the
If you refresh your page and look at your feeds,
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay.
actually, no, I got it wrong. 1 second. Let me fix that.
Okay. Oh, I can cast Cure Wound. I already know the Cure Wound spell. Like, oh, I could actually
Yes.
change it out though.
Yes,
want-
let me just quickly fix that actually, because I got it wrong. It's that one. Okay. Okay. And you feel this draconic strength and protective aura flowing.
Would I
to you.
be free to change my Cure Wounds to a different spell if I know it because of the feat?
You would, yes. Right,
Thank you.
everybody can come back now.
Which one? That's the question.
And somebody throw things
I
at
have
Steve.
returned.
Somebody needs to throw several things at Steve.
I mean,
Oh,
he's
dear,
just
man.
muted.
Yeah,
It's
fair.
just
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
well.
just muted. He
The
can
stream
hear
can still
us.
hear us, that's fine. I stream, by the way.
Hello, stream.
burp.
So, Clut. Slight more strength to you now. And Fern says, okay. Collect the treasures that you require in order to aid you in this fight. And then join
About
me
that.
back up here in this room.
Because you know the rules and so you
About
won't.
that, and switching from common to void speech, would you have anything that is of use of my particular persuasion?
You'd have to look. I forget what's down there.
Understandable.
Perhaps something of use to you would be. Perhaps something of use to me would be.
I will look. And I'm gonna
So,
yeet myself towards the pits down there.
okay. And as you all start to descend into the treasure rooms after speaking with Fern, I think we're going to end it there for this evening.
GG.
Yes, I believe we'll possibly end our session here. This is a pretty decent ending point for now. We have to throw stuff at Steve, so we actually, it's back.
I've DM'd him a couple times now, but
That's why you should have his number.
Yeah.
No, anyway.
Oh, I'm being rate limited by Discord. Lol.
In this case, we can start. In this case, we can just hijack the stream now.
Yes.
Hi,
Alright.
This
fuckers.
stream is sponsored by Coca-Cola.
Hi.
No, it isn't.
It's sponsored
Buy
by
every
Raid
EA
Shadow
Raid
Raid Shadow
No,
Legends.
no. Buy every
Yeah,
EA game ever. Pre-order everything that EA sells. You'll help them out a great deal. Buy every Sims 4 DLC. Actually, buy every game EA has ever published.
Just buy anything.
You know, need
Steam,
the
EA,
money.
You know-
Ubisoft, doesn't matter. Just
Yeah.
spend money.
I
Use
hate
code
hackers.
Omega Game for 5% off. Can't guarantee that.
You can go to g2a.com and get some really
Back,
nice
back,
discounts.
You know what I really hate? Hackers. You know what we need?
Let's go.
You know, that's why I have
NordVPN.
NordVPN.
I
These
hate
guys-
you all.
NordVPN.
I'm going to hurt
Thank
you
you.
all. I'm going to hurt you all.
Thank you for NordVPN.
Okay, so
So,
I didn't
what is your
get-
Raid Shadow Legends discount code?
I didn't get any of the notifications other than the last one that you sent me, by the way, Guido.
Oh god.
I don't know why my Discord was being
Also, real
weird.
quick, your Discord audio is
You're
really
about to
loud
get,
all of a
like,
sudden.
creepy messages.
I've changed nothing.
Maybe your mic's closer?
Nope. Same distance.
Anyway, as I said earlier on, we're gonna end the session here as it's a decent stopping point for now. Cloud's a bit more stronger now.
I figured out what was wrong. I accidentally ticked my audio button, so my audio jumped from 30 to 60%.
GG.
falling
I'll
out
do
of
it.
your chair, deafening yourself.
Yeah.
I swear this is the second time he's fallen out of his chair since I
Oh,
met him.
fuck off.
I'm not
No,
I'm not
he has
kidding.
definitely
I
done it
swear it
before.
had.
But yeah, so I think we'll end of the session here for tonight.
Don't forget to save the table.
Actually, I will save the table after. That's a good shit.
I know. Let me also just flick your
Anyway.
Oh, by the way,
Is it
look
safe,
at
Morgan?
look at
Hang
your
on.
name,
Hang on, wait.
Guido. Look at your name.
And
Before you save it,
Painful.
I have just saved it.
motherfucker.
anywho, that's going to be the end of this live stream here. Thanks everyone for joining in. Thank you to Morgan, as always, for hosting these sessions. We are starting to get towards July, which means I will be less. Well, in start of July, I will be less active for a week. This is known to my staff team as well as my admin team already. So yes, I will see now on Monday with more shenanigans in regards to 5M. Until then, guys, stay safe, take care, and as always,